I've not used this before, so I'm just trying it out.
Like the old times, we'll hit pause and then hit a rewind. You wanna come over, just like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly. Hey buddy, no strangers here. These times I hold them dear. My door's open, so come on in. This was great, let's do it again. Like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly. Do you wanna come over? Just like the old times, we'll hit pause and then hit rewind. You wanna come over? Just like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly.
Yo, Joe, roll out! We are talking both Transformers and G.I. Joe today. You think I'd be sick of it? No, not. I'm never going to be sick of it. Never going to be sick of it. How are you, Gaz? Cool shirt. Looking good, looking good.
I'm good. How are you today?
Man, I couldn't possibly be any better. I'll say two things. Right? Actually, I'll say more than two things because we're here for a while. Number one, happy birthday from the future.
Oh, thank you.
It's your birthday here. So we always celebrate Gazz's birthday a day early because we like to get in there and get the celebrations kicking off. And number two, man, we are going to talk about some of our favorite things today. Not only are we going to be talking about Transformers and G.I. Joe, the Retro Tinker and I had a great conversation about it yesterday. We're also going to put together a six-person, two six-people teams. Yeah, that's a real sentence. Yeah, Cobra and Joe. Yeah.
Love it.
Let's say hi to the chat real quick. Joe Fan 84, where is he? There he is, Joe Fan 84. Look at that picture. It's a Triple T. How fitting.
Yes.
How fitting. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Stephen Hall's here with a Yo Joe, everyone. And we also have Dale here. Hello, everybody. By the way, I'm on very minimal sleep. I've done 2 lives yesterday. One was at 4:30 this morning with Brian Hickey and Space Commander.
Yeah.
Rolando is here. Hello. So I've got a lot of coffee. It's we're gonna stay caffeinated. Retro Tinker is here. G'day, everyone. Can't stay, unfortunately, because I have a stupid day job. You know what we can do, Gaz?
We can call in.
That's a service we provide.
Technology. We have.
Yep, we'll ring in, tell your boss you're sick and you can't make it. I think he'll believe it. Phil's here with the cross swords and a thumb kiss. Good to see you, friend. Speaking of friends, Fandom Power podcast with a woot woot. Yeah, we'll call him sick. Yep, done. The number is I see. Transformers. Now, Gaz, you and I are Transformers fans. We will talk about our favorite Transformers in a moment. But I thought there's always been a discussion, right? Not necessarily so when we were kids, but retroactively as adults, the biggest conversation I seem to hear about Transformers is the scale is all wrong. The scale is all wrong. You know, what is the scale? Nobody knows. I had no issues playing Bumblebee next to Hound, for instance, right? Didn't matter if it was in scale or not. They were cool robots that transformed into things. That's already pretty bloody cool. All right. But now we have a Transformers / G.I. Joe crossover. You know what that means?
Scale.
They fixed the scale. They fixed it.
Mm-hmm. They fixed it.
Right?
Well,
because
at least for our Joes.
At least in this universe, right? But because it's an official branded Transformers product, therefore that means It's in its true scale. There is no scale. Speaking of scale, I really got to lose some weight.
Oh, you're telling me.
Oof. Oof. So we'll have a look at some of the cool boxed images. We'll go over this. We'll go over this quickly so we can get into our 6-man squads. But so the first one that came out was a pretty awesome toy. Like, this is one of the best toys I have in my collection right now. I've got it behind me, right over there, and came with a Baroness. So Baroness and Megatron. What do you reckon of that combination?
Personally, I think that there's only one action figure that should have came with that. That would be Cobra Commander. You get leader for leader, but I guess if you're not gonna put him in there, I guess Baroness is a good substitute for Cobra Commander.
Well, as far as O-Ring releases around this time goes, they already brought out that 2-pack, right, of Cobra Commander and Duke. So I guess they've already covered those bases, and I guess this is a good way to get a Baroness into people's collections, because I didn't have one, and that's a very expensive figure to find. I found a bunch of them for Adam at Joe Fest last year. I found them all through. He only needed one. I found him one. And then after I found him cheaper ones. I was like, oh, this one's cheaper. You should have got this one yet, you dummy. But I think in modern Transformer times, we'll talk modern Transformers because it's already, the past is the past. But, Pericles is here. Pericles is never late. He arrives exactly when he's meant to, or whatever the quote is. But thanks for popping in, bud. And Phantom Power Podcast saying it gets worse every couple of years when Transformers get smaller and they reclassify what is a leader, Voyager, Deluxe, etc. The price point. Oh, don't get me started on the price point. Tell me everything looks fine, but Transformers is growing up. But I used to have only GoBots. Nothing wrong with that. We love GoBots around here. They were called the Mighty Machine Men over here, the GoBots. They were called Mighty Machine Men. We didn't have the kind of budget that Transformers growing up. That's okay. Like, we had GoBots in this household. We had the core. It's fun is what you make it. I would have been happy with Green Army Men, and those were cheap.
We had the GoBots because they play better with our Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars.
Yeah, they were a better scale to toys we already had. Yeah, Corpse. Nothing wrong with those. Nothing wrong with the core. I still call them Corpse.
Corpse.
Yeah, Baroness and Megatron. To be together as a Cobra vehicle would have been pretty cool if they had an Autobot with a Cobra logo. Ooh.
Or just the Hiss driver would have been great too.
True. I don't. If this was a 2-pack, throw in that as well, because a lot of them are coming out as 2-packs now. We're all about the combiners. Yeah, Phil, with our powers combined. So modern day Transformers, right? We'll talk about that because that's what's out now. The past is the past. We live in the past because we're adults that have never grown up.
The only thing that I would really change on this set would be the 788 on the Hiss tank. I would have changed the number to something a little more. I don't know. Maybe like 7. Maybe reverse it 887.
Oh, nice. Or just put a Decepticon symbol there.
Or like a different number there because it's Megatron. Maybe like a 001. I know there's like one of the like the anniversary Hisses came out, and it had like I think it was 001 or something like that on there.
When did Megatron come out? It was 84, maybe.
84. Well, it came out the first year of Transformers, so probably 84. I think that was when they first came out. Well, we have the technology. We can find out.
Yeah, we can. We have the technology
here at the Shoot This Shit Technology Center. Let's ask our infinite wise mainframe when Megatron came out. Unless Pericles answers the question for us first.
Yeah, Pericles is a wealth of knowledge, and I reckon pretty much everyone here but us knows for sure. But I'm guessing 84. It might have been 85, but so Megatron is more than not. He's coming out as a tank now anyway in Transformers because you can't do the pew pew. However, they have given him his fusion cannon, and I think this is so far the only instance where they've added something that is a signature weapon They better do it for Prime because Prime's weapon is a pretty signature weapon too.
Yeah.
But the fusion cannon definitely is Megatron, right? So they've added it to the top, which gives it that extra little bit of flavor to it, a little bit of Transformer flavor to it. It doesn't have a Decepticon symbol on it unless he's in robot
opportunity too, right? Because they could have took the Cobra symbol and put the Decepticon symbol within the Cobra system.
Yeah. That would have been cool.
Anybody that likes to do some custom stuff, there you go. Have the Cobra symbol on the outside and take away the inner lines and put a Decepticon logo in there.
Done. Brilliant. 84 comic first. Oh, there you go. Okay.
There you go. 84.
There is a really cool Decepticon and Cobra logo. We'll slap it on there. Slap it on there. Oh yeah, Optimus Prime was a Cobra hiss back in the day. Back in the image day. Yeah, before they cancelled that comic. I remember seeing the cover. I didn't collect I was a Marvel boy, so I wasn't collecting Image. Boo for me. I missed out.
Oh man, I jumped ship when the Image was created. I said, I'm out.
Like I thought Savage Dragon and Spawn looked pretty cool. Grifter always looked cool, but I was all the way 85 for the show. So the toy though, what was that? 84 must have been
84. Yep.
Yeah. So Baroness is a good choice because it's a good way to get the Baroness. It's because it was almost impossible to get a cheap one, right? I'm not saying that this set is necessarily cheap. It's I think it cost me maybe $110 for Australian dollars. I don't know what it is over at your neck.
I bought a broken one. I think her waist and one of her hands are broken.
Oh, I meant this set.
Oh, for this set. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the OG one. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I mean they're decently priced right now, so I mean I could get one.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday to you, Gaz, from Lilith.
Thank you, Lilith.
In 85, I was turning 5. Yeah, happy birthday, Gaz.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I found some reasonably priced ones at Joe Fest, to be sure. But this is a great way to get one on card as well. Mm-hmm. Fourth time today seeing me. Oh, sorry, buddy. That's going to give you nightmares. I'm looking increasingly worse or better as the hours go. I think worse. So you get Megatron as a tank, which he seems to be most times now anyway, and the ultimate tank is the Hiss tank. So this is a pure win for me. I own this toy. So I give this toy, if we're going to rank it out of 10, right? I give this toy a solid 9.
A solid 9?
It would have gotten 10 had they put a Decepticon symbol on it. Maybe on the windshield. And I think it was Nate yesterday that said if you wanted to keep it disguised, just have one of those rub signs. And then the affiliation's secret, right? But I give it a 9.
A 9? Well, I haven't actually like held it or played with it, so I mean I like the way it looks.
Yeah, you can rank it on.
Always looks cool. So I give it an 8. An 8, I think.
The good thing about an 8, that's a solid answer.
Yeah,
the color scheme, once transformed, has got pretty typical Megatron colors, right? And then when I'm fully on the side of Transformers can be whatever they want because they're robots in the sky, right? That means color and everything. You can change to whatever color or vehicle you want. You don't have to be beholden to what you've been before. So we'll get that out of the way. But I do like that they were able to keep, in this instance, the classic Megatron colors and not subtract anything from the Hiss tank and vice versa. I think it looks pretty appropriate for a G1 Megatron. I think it would have looked just as cool if he was all black, but that's how we perceive Megatron in the cartoons, right? So is the gray like hidden as a tank? Yeah, so I mean I've got it right there. Come on. I came with props. It's a little dusty. So you can pretty much, other than there's a Decepticon symbol hiding in the back there with his tow hook. But this panel if you take this panel off, if that was hinged, that would have been cooler. You got the whole noggin in there.
Hey, there he is. He's going, hey, what's up, guys?
Still function.
Still
On the bet. So you pop that on, wipe off the dust. Fusion cannon looking good. Cockpit looking dusty. But he was in a sandstorm recently on his way to the slaughterhouse, being driven by Big Boa on his way to face Balrog. But yeah, pretty cool. They're not stickers. They're applied. Factory applied. Deco, so they're not gonna fall off. But
I mean, I guess you can always go Toy Hacks and get some his stickers or some Decepticon stuff.
Could too. So it's a solid weighty toy too, and it's not hollow, not a hollow toy. Very bulky, very and when he's transformed, we'll show you some pictures of it transformed later. But it incorporates somewhere for the Baroness to stand on. So this one, solid 9 for me, 8 from Gazz. Don't bend over too hard. Air slips out at our age. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We'll move on to the next one that was released. This one, now, full disclosure, I wasn't going to collect all of these, right? I was only going to get the Megatron His Tank because I needed a His Tank and I needed a Baroness, and it worked for me, and I thought Megatron looked pretty cool. And that was it. I was going to be one and done. And then the rumor of the Kup Triple T came out. I was like, well, now I'm going to get all of them. So I only just got this Bumblebee, which is in the background over there. I only just got that one this year.
This is the only one that I have so far because I love me some Striker, and
it looks great. The back end of it, you can see some of the yellow and the Autobot symbol from Bumblebee there, but it's not prominent. And this is another instance where they've not sacrificed anything necessarily on the AWE Striker as far as color is concerned, unless you look at the back end of it where you see some of the yellow. But they've kept the yellow on Bumblebee. And I guess if you're going to go around calling yourself Bumblebee, you better put a bit of yellow on it. But the yellow and the green, they're not too bad.
It's not that bad. No, it's not that bad.
It's not too jarring. It could be worse. They haven't overdone it, which is good. But I don't know if it was wholly necessary. But it is what it is. I like that they're using the AWE Striker cannon as Bumblebee's weapon. So Megatron, I understand, given the fusion cannon. 100% agree with that idea. It adds to the His Tank, but so it doesn't make it a true His. This one, they do away with any personalized weapons. Not that I could remember what Bumblebee's weapon necessarily looks like anyway. And they're giving him the AWE Striker gun. Perfect. Great idea. Now, mine is a little bit loose in the legs. Doesn't quite stand right.
Mine's fine, but I leave it transformed in AWE Striker mode.
Right. Yeah. Mine's in AWE Striker mode too. I think Beachcomber would have been a better choice. Yeah. And all they got to do is repaint it, color it again, bring it out again. I'll buy it as Beach Cobra in the Eco Warriors. Masked Man is here. These collaborations seem dated. Yeah, they do. They seem dated to 1984, and I'm all in.
I'm good. I'm good with it.
Me too. Thanks for joining in, though. Appreciate you watching.
I like one of my favorite parts of this AWE Striker version of it is, I mean, it looks good. The green, I think, is a little bit darker than the standard one. It's got the shocks and everything, and the wheels turn, turns like a turned vehicle, and it looks good. And then the blue headlights, that's just the perfect touch. Now it only clutch instead of crankcase instead of stalker. That'd have been like minty mint. But I needed a stalker at the time because my stalker's heel broke. And I glued it back on, so I was looking for a new stalker, and then I saw this was coming out. I'm like, I'll just get that, and I'll have a new stalker.
Brilliant. And, I mean, which one's the more expensive one to get? Like a stalker on card, which you get here,
Yeah.
or crankcase as a loose.
Crankcase.
I mean, if you wanted to get an AWE Striker with crankcase, that's probably going to be like a box one. That's probably going to be pretty expensive. True. But as far as action figures are concerned, you could get a crankcase pretty easily in comparison to Stalker, in my opinion. Your opinions may vary.
What I'm saying, another thing is it fits any O-ring, Joe, in that thing. Anyone. I even put Delta 17 figures in there and it fit fine.
Yeah, they fit. If it fits, it sits.
Right.
So again, this is fixing the scale that we were talking about before, where at the height of Bumblebee here, because he transforms into a Joe scale AWE Striker, well then that's his scale.
And I was at first when I saw this, I'm like, why did they make Bumblebee an AWE Striker? My thing was, it should be Hound. It should be Hound, and I'm wrong by saying that because Hound should be a Vamp, not an AWE Striker. So
I agree.
For me, it fits that this is Bumblebee because Bumblebee was like the quick, nimble little car. Well, I mean, he was a VW bug, but he was quick and nimble in the
What is
cartoon,
this?
right?
If not a Dune buggy?
It's quick and nimble, and it's perfect for Bumblebee. And I know people I know people wanted Beachcomber because he is a Dune buggy, but remember, Beachcomber was a pacifist, right? He didn't want to fight. He was like, want to chill and be one with nature.
Yeah, make it an eco warrior. Come out with Flint. That'd be cool.
Beachcomber and Flint. What a pairing that would be.
What a combo! Well, I guess he'd come with Lifeline, wouldn't he?
Lifeline or Doc, I think. Well, I don't think was Doc a pacifist. I don't think Doc was as big as a pacifist.
No, but I mean that still works though.
It does work, yeah. Lifeline.
So I'm going to give this one only because of mine being a bit loosey-goosey in the legs. I think the AWE Striker is pretty perfect. And then the additions of certain changes. I mean, you don't have the removable engine cover.
No, that's okay.
But that is okay because as a Transformer, he doesn't really have an engine. You don't have the hook. I mean, not the hook, the hose to the gun and the thingy. But you don't need it because he's a sentient being.
Yeah.
So this one, I'm going to give this one a 7. I love the inclusion of Stalker, but if mine wasn't so wobbly in the legs, and he does feel a little bit lighter and hollower, but I guess you're going to get that anyway with the Dune buggy. But the Kibbley stuff also doesn't quite work.
I'll give it an 8.5.
Oh, nice.
Only because although to me, like when he's transformed, the yellow bits look okay because that was just this is Bumblebee. But when he's transformed, that back end, it's got a lot of yellow on there, and I mean, even though it's not really that bad, but
yeah, it's not too noticeable. Like, unless you're looking at the back of it.
Yeah. But even then, it's like it's still an AWE Striker and it looks cool. So 8.5.
It does.
Yes.
Kiwi's here. How are you, buddy? And yes, please do smash that like button. We appreciate it. What's he saying? Any Transformer can take any form. Scanning a vehicle, they can go into like that. So it's fine for me. I agree, Dale. 100% agree. It's robots in disguise, not robots in this one form. So this next one, Soundwave Superior. My brother picked this one up for me just last week. So I'm going to pick it up from my brother's place. But at this point, by the time this one came out, I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to go all in. But I just hadn't seen it local. But I did want it, and my brother found one locally, so he's picked it up for me. Now you gotta be happy with this one, Gaz.
Well, yeah, you know why.
Yeah. Zarana. So you got Zarana and you got Zartan for the first time in this.
Go ahead.
So I'm just thinking, this is the first time we're getting this version of Zartan on a card, right? In O-ring form, because originally he came with the little skiff thing.
But it wasn't a card though.
No, it was in a box.
Card. No,
Was it?
It was in a card, I believe. Yeah, because the thing was like I think it wasn't it. I could be wrong. I recall seeing it.
No,
Now, maybe I'm wrong.
no, I believe you, Gaz. There's no way to ever tell who's right or wrong in this situation. We could never know. Maybe it was Action Force that brought it out in a box, because I'm sure I've seen it in a box somewhere. So maybe it was Action Force, and you're right, and it was in a card before. So they've done away with this little swamp skier thing, and they've only gone and given him Soundwave and Ravage. And in this time, so the red and the blue is, I don't know how close to. I do have the original Thunder Machine. I don't have it on hand. I don't know. They probably changed the color of blue a little to match Soundwave.
Well, give me 1 second. And
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Phil's also saying that he thinks it's perfect. Soundwave superior, and I like. See, now they've given him a wheeled vehicle form, but still kept his cassette function, which I understand because it's Soundwave. But he probably doesn't need the play button and the eject button and the fast forward and rewind buttons if he's a Thunder Machine, right? You can still keep the function of having the cassette tapes, but they don't have to. He doesn't have to be a cassette player on the inside of a Thunder Machine.
So here,
that's just a nitpick.
I turned the lights up. I turned the lights on so that I could show it up. But here it is in all its glory.
Oh.
So it does actually look like the same color to me.
Okay.
Right.
Well, then that looks
I got
cool.
the mock Zartan on there. Where's your
Red
pants? Where's your pants?
Nice thighs, loser.
Look who's riding the rocket.
Oh yeah, that works.
Hey guys, is it warm in here, or is it me? No, it's just you.
It's just you, buddy. Thunder thighs.
Yeah, thunder thighs. Yeah.
So you get a carded Zorana, you get a carded Zartan, you get a fully operational Thunder Machine, which turns into Soundwave with Ravage, and you keep the shoulder cannon, and you get the guns are now part of the Thunder Machine, which again, pretty perfect. Matthew, on again so soon. This is my third time in as many days or less. Third time in 2 days. I am tired. Zartan is carded for Takara, not Hasbro, I think. There you are. No, you know what? I've got a thing for this.
Because knowing is half the battle.
Space Commando. You'd wonder if we were Joe fans, wouldn't you?
I think that's the card I was thinking about. Is that? Thank you, Phil.
Thanks, Phil. Takara.
Now, I think this is probably the best set to date right now because, I mean, look at it. You get a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You get four figures.
True.
One is obviously the vehicle.
Right.
Four very cool figures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ravage and Soundwave, really cool.
And they've changed
Zartan.
Ravage to Decepticon colors.
Yeah, I think it's a good. This is probably the best set, and this is the one I'm waiting for. Right now, it's like it's a little pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really that pricey, but I'm waiting for this to come down a little because I do want to get this one.
So this one cost me a pretty penny. It was roughly around $200. So bad. The conversion, the price conversion, so bad here in Australia. But again, you can't really see unless he's transformed. You can't really see, and I don't have it on hand at the moment, so I don't quote me on this. But you can't see, from what I can tell, any Decepticon symbols until he's transformed, and then it's slap bang in the middle of his cassette chest. So, but again, they've changed the color for Ravage, right, to me Decepticon colors, which is good.
He's black and silver, right?
Original, right. And yeah, so they don't have to be beholden to original colors. This can be Decepticon / Cobra, and that's all good for me.
Now, does it fit the original cassettes as well?
That's a good question, and
Anybody
I
out there
don't know.
know?
Yeah, tell us, Phil, Mr.
Phil?
Mr. Know-it-all. Just kidding, Phil. But yeah, you're gonna get a carded Zorana and a carded Zartan. Was it Phil yesterday that commented on? I think it was Phil. Well, somebody commented saying that they could have just thrown all the figures in this box, but they've gone extra with it and made them all carded figures, which is great.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Hmm.
Now I'm wondering, is there anything in this set that you would have changed? I mean, obviously, this is a tell to old Thrasher that, hey, you're no longer a Dreadnought, you're out.
Yeah, so
not you.
this one's probably the toughest sell for not including Thrasher because he's so in on the on that set. Like he's known for that set because it came with the Thunder Machine. I would have, if I was in charge, and I'm not, thankfully, I would have kept him, but I would have also added the blonde version of Monkey Wrench that was on the card art.
Instead of Zartan and Zorana, and put Thrasher and Monkey Wrench in there.
Yeah.
It would have been perfect too because they debuted the same year, didn't they? So
yeah, they debuted on the same episode. So yes, correct. But
then again, because this is a Transformer, Shockwave could have just looked at the Thunder Machine and said, hey, I dig that. I think I want to be that.
Soundwave even.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Soundwave. I'm sorry. Shockwave is his brother. Right?
Shocking, I know. But
I'm sorry. I
guess though, a bonus would have been adding Xander and have the trifecta of Xander, Zorana, and Zartan. That would have escalated the price to even more. But I guess the original Thunder Machine is still driving around with Thrasher and the rest of the Dreadnoks, and this is the second one now with Zartan and Zorana.
Because
that's how we're looking at it.
Yeah, that's
great idea.
Now, as cassette choice,
yes,
I mean, Ravage is obviously I think would probably be the favorite because either that or Laserbeak, right?
Laserbeak's probably more known with Soundwave, even though Soundwave came with Buzzsaw. The iconic pairing is usually Laserbeak and Soundwave, but Ravage. Go on.
I was gonna say I think I would have thrown in Frenzy.
Yes, give us two cassettes
instead of Ravage.
And in Cobra Blue or in Cobra Red.
I think it'd have been I think because he comes black and red, right? Unless you think that Rumble is Frenzy, but I look at Frenzy as being the black and red cassette because it's the blue one on the TV show, right? So Frenzy, and I'm thinking making him blue and red just like Soundwave.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That would have been. But Ravage is probably the best pick for it because if you're thinking in your little world and he's a Dreadnoks and they're in a swamp, what better cassette than Ravage? Because he's a I always thought he was a dog, right?
That
cougar or something like that, but nonetheless, still imagine him running around in the swamps.
What about those Dino cassettes?
There were Dino cassettes. Oh, that was from Blaster, wasn't it?
No,
Blaster, I think it's on.
No, they were Decepticon cassettes.
This is the later ones, right?
Yeah. One of the last ones to get released.
Maybe
Phil knows about them. Ravage goes well with the Dreadnoks. Wolf.
He's a cat.
Yeah, that's right. We go meow meow.
We got Spacey to do a cat noise like a cougar sound, like his Wilhelm scream.
Oh, that was hilarious. Target has a bullseye. Their mascot is the bullseye for Target. Ravage with Target Optimus truck. That's cool. Cool. So I would give this out of 10, and not having it in hand is okay. We're just judging it on its appearance. I'm going to give it It's got to be a solid 9. Maybe it would be higher if I had it on hand, but I'll give it a 9 because only because I think that if it came with the third Dreadnought sibling, or if it came with Monkey Wrench, I would have been happier. Monkey Wrench being my favorite Dreadnought, Road Pig being a close second.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5 because it comes with Zorana.
9.95. Use Ravage, but somehow make it a Warthog for Norgahide. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Oh yeah, well, yeah, Zorana, you can't go wrong with that. And yeah, so you're gonna get this one for Zorana only.
I'm probably gonna end up with this one at some point. Yeah.
And then
Perfection.
Perfect. I don't need to know anything more. It's a 10 out of 10. Let it go. It's a solid toy. The images that I have seen for it actually looks like it's a solid toy, not hollow. And Kup, they've decided to really lean into the Triple T colors in his robot form now, right? So instead of the other way around, where they were in Soundwave, Megatron, and Bumblebee, they've added their traditional colors to it. But in this one, they've gone, no, Triple T, green for Kup, and I'm all in on that. I like it.
Well, I mean, if I remember Kup correctly, and I never had the toy, just from the movie, that he had that the front, his chest piece, the way it came down, kind of looks like the front of the Triple T a little bit. And then just to make him white and green instead of like he was like light blue and like grayish.
Like a grayish blue, yeah.
So I mean, I think it works. It works.
I agree. Coming with Leatherneck is a perfect. So Leatherneck was the mustachioed Marine that I had in my collection because I never got the Triple T, unfortunately. But he was on the box art for the Triple T originally. Here he's on the side of the Triple T, but on the box art for the.
Wasn't he a trainer? Wasn't he the drill instructor? Like, isn't it on his profile, his card as a bad secondary? The Leatherneck was a drill instructor, wasn't he?
Oh, he probably does have the. We can look it up.
We have the technology.
We do have the technology. Let me look it up. Leatherneck. I'll look on 3D Joe's. The best place for G.I. Joe is 3D Joe's. So let's look it up. Leatherneck, 3D Joe's. Let's find out, shall we? Loading it up now.
It's a secondary military specialties drill sergeant. So it's kind of
well, drill sergeant and drill instructor are two different jobs, though, right?
Well, it's the same thing, right? I'm assuming anybody in the military would like to correct us. Yeah, that's fine.
But correct me if I'm wrong. But
it's two drill instructors with the Triple T. I think it's perfect.
Well, two Marines as well.
Yeah, two Marines.
And I think Kup is a perfect choice, as I was saying to Nathan yesterday, our mate Nate. Kup is to Hot Rod and what Sergeant Slaughter was to Falcon. Both been able to see that they have potential and haven't written them off, even though people blame them for different things throughout both G.I. Joe the movie and Transformers the movie.
Hot Rod. Hot Rod was cool.
Yeah, I thought he was cool. Judd Nelson, come on.
Can't go wrong with Judd Nelson. He's cool.
You can. So this one gets a 10 out of 10 for me, and I cannot be swayed.
Is that the weapon that Kup is holding? Is that the side? Oh,
yes.
The side gun, right?
It is. So and that is also perfect.
You can also dual wield then because he has two of those.
I want to try and put them in one hand, though, so it's like a forked gun. I'm going to try that when I get it.
Because it looks like the way it's pictured here, well, the drawing of them, it looks like it might just come out of that the part where it's, the round part that's on the side where the gun would swivel, right? I think it just comes out of that and then into his hand. That's what it looks like to me.
But it's never looked cooler. And on the front and center of the Triple T is an Autobot logo.
Oh, well, you see it right on the nose.
Right on the nose. I've decided, we're going full force on this collaboration. and truly making it a real crossover.
So this has me wondering what they're gonna do next for this, because you have Megatron and Soundwave, so you have Megatron and his right hand man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the Autobots, you have a Bumblebee and now Kup, right? So you don't I mean, I wouldn't call Bumblebee Optimus's right hand man.
Yeah.
I mean, in the movies, yeah, in the Bay movies, the Bayformers, he basically is, right. But like in the original cartoon, in the original canon, he's not really the right hand man. So, like, because you're looking at Jazz,
not really.
Ironhide, Jazz and Ironhide, I think would be more the right hand man. So it's like I'm wondering where they're going with the picks. I mean, Kup is probably other than Kup, I can only imagine to be like Ironhide, right? The only one that I could see would go with Sarge.
Sure.
Because you're not going to make Optimus a Triple T. And if you're going to do Optimus as a Joe vehicle that comes with Sarge, the only other option is Warthog, right? Right? That'd be the only other option.
That would have been cool. So I think the rumor is Prime's coming with Hawk next.
And he's probably going to be a Mobat. That's my guess.
So, I mean, that would be the perfect companion to Megatron for those two going up against each other. But what do we think of the classified road pig?
Let's do our ratings before we talk about that.
All right. We'll come back around to this.
Yeah.
He's going to get angry. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
The best pairing. The only thing that would have been better than Leatherneck, in fact, I wouldn't even say that it is better than Leatherneck, but Falcon would have been a good choice. I like the Leatherneck connection because Leatherneck was on the box art with Sarge on the Triple T, and is often depicted as such on advertising materials and stuff. But, I mean, other than Falcon, which is the only other person I imagine with Sergeant Slaughter, or Mercer, I suppose, as another option. But yeah, this perfect pairing plus the perfect choice for Kup as the Triple T. So 10 out of 10 for me.
So I don't think I wouldn't change a thing. I think I'd leave it the way it is.
I
think having Leatherneck also, because he looks, that sculpt was Ron Rudat, right? I believe, right? So that also is kind of like a nod to them because it's Leatherneck. They're both drill instructors, which is perfect. And then I can't say that there's anything wrong with the way Kup looks. The colors look good. The vehicle looks solid. I mean, I've seen him transformed. I mean, he towers over both of them. Right? He towers over. Like, I think if you look at his legs, it's like 3/4 of the track is his legs, and then the other portion is right on his back there, and that portion is taller than Sarge, so that's how big he is. So I mean,
I'll wait until I see it in person to judge it on the comparisons. They can sometimes skew it when it comes to, but in person, I'll measure it up. But you're not wrong. Plus Sunbow version of Sarge, Sunbow.
Yeah, like I said, that I was saying earlier is the pants look more like the Marauders from the Deke cartoon, right? And I'm like, yeah, okay, I like that. That's cool. I like the hat. The hat's brown, and they got a little color in the glasses as well.
And the whistle, the pen of the whistle gold.
Yeah, I would not change a thing on this. And this gets a 10 out of 10,
10
from me.
Perfect. Hey, what do you? Oh wait, and just real quick, I'll show you the. You can see Baroness sits in the back in robot mode, which is pretty cool. So you can put whoever you want. It's holds 2 people, I guess. You can put whoever you want in the gunner's seat. But I reckon that looks pretty.
Does it have pegs on the back to put guys on the back? Well, obviously, because it might be.
Yep.
No, it does. I wonder if it does.
Sure does.
Because I think the holes are a little smaller on these modern O-ring ones.
Let's find out.
They're like hexagon shaped, right?
I don't want to force him on there, but he's on.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go. Perfect.
Knowing is half the battle. Perfect.
I'm gonna take my rating of him from 8.5. What did I say? 8? I said 8.
8.
I'm gonna bring it up to a 9.5.
Bumped it up. Oh, that big scores. The back end of again, this is the weaker of the robots. He's definitely got hollow points. The legs are weak on mine, but I do like the headlights, like you said, and Stalker on the back mounting that gun. Woo!
It's an AWE Striker. I mean, look at it. It is a thing of beauty. That's even with that yellow in there, it's fine.
It's fine. No, it looks fine. Yeah. And finally, you can put both on the back in robot mode, and obviously both within.
I love that they have Zartan holding Ravage with a chain.
Oh,
it should be Zorana though. I don't know if Zorana doing that, but oh man, it looks cool.
They gave Soundwave a knife.
Hey, why not? Because he's hanging with the Dreadnoks.
Oh yeah, he needs it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. My opinion is that they've only gone and fixed the scale issue. If that is a problem, if you have a problem with scale issues with Transformers, we'll get yourself some of those and shut your face. Right?
I thought maybe they should be a little bit like mask size with Transformers. You see because I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I was like three toys, and I'm not forgetting about Road Pig. We're going to talk about it in a second, but as I'm pointing at you guys. I'm going to think about it in a second. I remember
Racing 20.
I got you, G-Force. But it was 3 toys, right? For me, it was G.I. Joe's, it was Matchbox diecast, Matchbox Hot Wheel cars, and it was Legos. Those are my 3 things. We had a lot more GoBots than we did Transformers because they fit in with our Matchbox cars, right? So the planes would be about the same size. But anyway. So we always liked that. And for Transformers, it was kind of hard to play with them unless you were just playing Transformers. Like you didn't have anything to like put in the background. Like you can't. While you're playing little cars, you can't have your Lamborghini that's like 3 times the size of your Matchbox Lamborghini roll up, right? Because it's different sizes, right? But now with this, I did have a couple of Transformers. I did have like 1 or 2, and when you play with them with your GI Joes, and you don't transform them because they're too small. So you kind of pretend like, oh, here's Mirage. He transforms into your Vamp, and then you use a Vamp instead of the Transformer Vamp, right? And yeah. So that's what we used to do.
I used to pretend some of my Matchbox cars were Transformers, just in car mode. So my favorite Transformer is Hound, and I would like Hound to turn into a Vamp. Yeah. You don't have to worry about changing the colors up too much either because they're both green, and it works. But who, other than Clutch, because if they're going to throw in a second one, let's say they throw in a second, who would they throw in with Clutch?
Well, it would be Clutch, right? Clutch would be the driver, obviously. I think that would be the perfect choice. And then for person to go seat, maybe two come to mind, just pop into my mind. One is Lady J. Right? Good idea for them to do like a Sumbo version of Lady J. Yeah. Without the hat, but they'll probably do that. Yeah. Or Rock and Roll.
Ooh, yeah. I was thinking Cover Girl, but then that takes away from their opportunity to make a Wolverine with Cover Girl. But I guess maybe throw in Crankcase in this case so that you've got Crankcase. Yeah. Crankcase and Clutch, and you can put Crankcase with the AWE Striker. Crankcase isn't that great a Joe though.
I like him. He's cool. I always imagine Crankcase as being like an English dude, right? Instead of being like I get where he's from. I always look at him and I'm like, that's the way an English dude, like English dude. That's the way an Englishman dressed like in World War II. Like you see him in the sweater with the shirt underneath, looking kind of fancy with that cool mustache. That's the way I look at Crankcase. But anyway, yeah, Crankcase is great. Now my favorite, I have probably like my top 4 favorite Transformers, right? Is either blue, like you either call them blue streak or silver streak, little dots with the black.
Yep.
I like Jazz, Hound, Jazz because he's a Porsche, right? But my top favorite, ultimate guy, the Transformer that I think kicks crap out of every Transformer, and I will put that out there for anybody to dispute, is Grimlock. And I have no idea what vehicle Grimlock could be because I love him as a T-Rex. So
or is that made him a triple changer?
A triple changer? Well, that may be too much though. I think I don't know. Maybe. I mean, like I'm just thinking, like I don't want to change his alt mode. So who would go great with a T-Rex? And the only Joe I can think would go great with a T-Rex is Sarge. But he's also coming with his Triple T. So
true.
Well, you mentioned a vehicle and a figure just now that I think maybe might work, and that'd be the Wolverine with CoverGirl.
Yeah, true. Okay, that could work.
Yeah.
I guess another one could also be the Warthog, right? But change the Warthog pattern to the teeth and the tusks. Change that to a Tyrannosaurus Rex face.
Actually, yeah. You know what, right? And then get version 2. Or is it 3? It's version 2, Sarge.
3.
No, 3. 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
Man of Action. Man of Action is here. We're going to talk about Road Pig now, but Man of Action is here saying the Transformers of the 3 3/4 figures should be more accessible. Yeah, true. These vehicles as Transformers should be no-brainers.
Well, to be truthful, I mean, I don't see them at Walmart or Toys R Us or Target when I go there, but in my local shop that kind of has vintage and new stuff and a lot more new stuff now, they do have these in there, so they're accessible. And I think if you go on Hasbro Pulse, they're on there as well, so they're kind of accessible. This is the new toy store.
If I can get them, then they're pretty accessible because I can't find anything around here. But I feel your pain because I can't get anything else. Nothing seems to be very available. Classified Road Pig, Gaz, take it away.
I like it. I think he looks brutish. He's big, tough looking. He's got a bit of a gut, right? Which I like. I think it's a good touch because I mean he's not a dude that's going to be in the gym all the time working out. You know, I mean, he's a big dude, but he's also going to drink a lot of. I was going to say beer, grape soda, and a lot of Philly donuts. Yeah, you know, I think it fits. I haven't really taken a good look. I was watching Joe Berg's podcast earlier today, and from what I see about it, it looks pretty good. I mean, I like that he looks really mean. Get that look on his face. Are
they just digital renders right now, though?
I think they're just digital renders. I can even pull them up right here. Let's find out.
Yeah, because Falcon as a digital render looked okay, and then it came to the actual figure, and that head just was like, no thanks. My opinion.
Go ahead.
My opinion is I have no issue with the body shape. I think that's fine. Like, not everyone can look like Big Boa and Roadblock, right? They should definitely have some different body shapes and sizes so that they can be differentiated on the shelf. My only issue is the face. Remember when we were talking about that Australian football player / actor?
Yeah. What was his name? Something Jack.
It was Jacko. Mark Jacko Jackson, and I think he should look more like that, like truly ugly, not a pretty boy.
Why? I hate to say this to you, but he does look ugly. I mean, he does look ugly. So that
ugly.
The one thing I don't really like is that tattoo on his stomach.
Yeah, what does it say?
I don't know. I think it says Dreadnought.
Well, that's all right then.
I don't have an issue with him. I think he's kind of cool. I think he looks good. I mean, he's got I think it's hilarious that he's got a gut. He's got love handles.
Oh, yeah. And a pit bull.
And a pit bull, even too. Yeah.
I can be Road Pig.
Yeah, me too. So
we can be a couple of Road Pigs.
Not as big as him, but I mean, like look at him. Like he's got some love handles there.
And a second head. All right.
He's
Oh,
got the mean look and then the normal look. Which I mean, I think this is pretty. It's a pretty good. I think it's a good looking figure.
That's the problem. He looks too good. Ugly him up.
Well, no, he looks ugly. That's an ugly face. You're
Okay,
looking at
guys.
that dude and you're like, oh, that guy's ugly.
That's
Look at that.
your opinion varies.
Did you see his helmet?
Nope. That's cool.
And he comes with a shield, so that's kind of weird. Oh, look, he's got another.
Well, the original one came with the shield.
Another hammer. Well, hammer too. He's got the cinder block hammer on that other one. I think it's actually pretty cool. I like it. I think it's decent. I think it's cool to give him an animal companion, which is kind of cool. I guess. Why not?
You know what they should have done? They should have just gone all the way and made him look pretty, and that way the name Road Pig is sort of like a goof and a gag. Put that helmet on him. It's like, I'm ugly. Takes off. He's a pretty boy.
All right. So on the Joe Berg podcast, they had shown oh my god, Wild Weasel, and without his helmet on, he's like a pretty boy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I
I actually kind of like the way he looks, and he wears the helmet. Why not? He's a pilot, so it's like Maverick just decided to be a bad guy, which I think is kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. Not every bad guy can be ugly. Phil thought the helmet was for the dog. Maybe it is.
Oh, maybe it is. Either way, it's still cool. It's a cool helmet.
Yeah, we don't know. But it's not a bad looking toy. I'm not angry about it. It obviously looks different to the original toy, which was brutish, like in the face, like fully ugly.
I always thought he looked like that Austrian actor that always was in Schwarzenegger movies. Forget his name. He was like, you know what I'm talking about? He was like
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, not Arnold. Hold on. No, stop. He was a running man. Yeah, right. Austrian guy that was walked right into that one. Oh, hold on. I think people know. He's like one of those background dudes.
With Road Pig, you'd want to get two so you can utilize both dog heads, and you can have a pair of pooches.
I think. What do you think about him having a companion, an animal companion?
I'm okay with it. So the thing is, it's better to have extra and not use it than not have it, right? Yeah. Eagles, the eagle that came with Spirit is Freedom, but I think they renamed the eagle for the Marauders, Mad Marauders version. So it's like he's got two different eagles now. So
for me, I always thought that I'm trying to find a picture of this guy without a mustache, because now he has a mustache and everything.
Raptor looks pretty cool. I agree.
This is him.
I thought the original Raptor looked cool too. A lot of people hate on Raptor, but I think he looks pretty cool.
He's all right. I mean, Raptors are cool. I mean, he's gonna get crap because of the way he looks. He looks like he should be in the Beastmaster, honestly. But that classified figure looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
All right, let me find a picture of me. So this is the guy. His name is Sev Ollie Thorson. That's his name. And this is who I think the vintage Road Pig looks like.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that dude.
I think it's more. I'm going to show Mark Jacko Jackson. Oi, and that's who I think he looks like. Mark Jacko.
Y'all remember him from the Energizer commercials, right?
Yeah. I mean, hang on a sec. Get this image up. Oi.
Yeah.
I'll have ya. I'll bloody have ya.
Well, he is from Australia, right?
Yeah.
He is from Australia, right? Road Pig is from Australia.
That's right. All the tough guys live in Australia. And me. No one talking about Raptor. Well, yes, we are. The wings look cool. They've gone away from the cloth look of the wings of the original one and given him robotic wings, which is fine. It's just fine. I don't mind it. Recently took a Camilla torso, Charlotte Flair legs, and put an extra Baroness head on it to make it the Bikini Baroness from the Game Master episode. That's a
What?
winning combo.
That's great.
It's a winning combo. Speaking of winning combos, guys, we are going to start putting together some squads.
Oh, that's right.
So we'll take the way we've worked this out is we're picking a 5-person squad with 1 leader for Cobra, and then a 6-person strike team from GI Joe to counter that team. So the rules were getting confusing, but however, I believe that you could pick any Cobra you wanted so long as you didn't double up. So you couldn't have all Vipers, you couldn't have all BATs, you couldn't have all Hydro Vipers, right? You had to make sure that they were separate.
They had to be individual Viper troopers. Like you couldn't do like a blue shirt Viper and then a Viper because that's like the version 2 Viper, right? Right. So
And then
you had to go ahead.
go on. No, you please.
I was gonna say with the Cobras, so it was that, and you couldn't pick any version 2s of whatever Viper you're picking. So if you pick the standard Viper, you're either doing a blue shirt or you're doing the Viper that we all love.
Perfect.
And for Joe's, it was 1 Joe from whatever year that you're picking from. So if you pick Beachhead, anybody from that year, I think it's 86, right? Was that 85?
85 for Beachhead, I think.
85, yeah. So every other Joe on the 85 list was
86. Must be 86 for Beachhead.
Yeah, 86.
Oh, now I'm confused.
Yeah.
Either way, if Beachhead came out in 85, you couldn't pick another 85 character.
And you couldn't pick
if Beachhead came out in 86. No version 2.
I said that because I know this dude, and he'll pick Sarge. Be like Sarge 86, Sarge 87, Sarge 88.
Yeah. All the Sarges. I would have had. I could pick 5 Sarges if I include the 2006 or even this one, but I didn't. Now, guys, I'll let you go first because I think my Cobras might have bent the rules a little. But I'll let you go first.
Oh, there's no rules to be other. All right. So I'm gonna go with the squad and then the guy who's leading them.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's do it. I'm pumped.
My first choice, and I don't have pictures because this is shoot the shit, and this is technology in its finest form.
I'm surprised I had pictures.
Okay, so here we go. My first pick is clearly the 86 Viper. Right? You need a solid guy to be the backbone of your team, and it's this guy, right? And how cool is he?
Yeah.
How cool is he? I mean, he's got the best looking weapon. He's got heads-up display mask.
Yep.
Filter so he can breathe. The goggles are just for show, just to say, that's cool. We're cool. He's got red thermite grenades.
That is cool.
I'm making this up. And pouches full of.
No, I'm all on board.
And so pouches in here. These are magical pouches. So whatever he needs is in there. Whatever he needs in his backpack. Okay, so that's my first guy. Are we doing one at a time? Or you want me to do my first?
Yeah, one at a time. But with the Viper, I'll say I only had 1 Viper in my collection because Mum wasn't going to let me buy the same toy twice. And so because I love the Viper so much, I made it like just a character. Like the Viper was a character.
Me too. I mean,
I ended up getting the sound one, the one that was in like brown and red. What version was that? Where he had like a backpack that could make sounds. That one, I think
that was like what
Sonic
in
Fighters?
the 90s. The Sonic Fighters one. I think it was like in the 90s, right?
Oh, that one. So by the time that one came around, I was like, yes, 2 Vipers, and this Viper looked different, so they could still be 2 different characters. And it was, both of them look really cool. But yeah, Viper, great choice, love it.
So am I keep going, or are you going to go?
Yeah, keep going. No, because mine's all in one picture.
So my number 2 guy, is you're going to need a point man, right?
Oh yeah,
the point man, the guy that's up front, right?
Yo, Desire.
And this guy's going to have some cool gear that helps him spot stuff. So the only choice, there's only one choice. Only one Viper can fit that bill. Only one Viper is cool enough to be that point man, and that's the Night Viper.
Oh yeah, look at that guy. Looks cool with or without the mask, unlike some other Viper we know. Hydro.
Yeah, it looks cool either way. Now, to me, as a kid, this guy was like the equivalent to like version 2 Snake Eyes. The
Oh,
way I
okay.
imagine him to be, right? Because he's
Yeah.
he's a bad guy, just a cool
Yeah.
commando style. I mean, he's a Night Viper.
Mm-hmm.
This is your Viper.
Yeah.
He's a Night Viper. This guy is like he's gonna be able to do a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff.
He is going to
Creeping in at
F up.
He's gonna mess things up at night.
So G-Force, we're
Really?
going with 6 people in total for each team. Joe's and Cobra with 6 people total.
Yeah. So the Cobras are different, a little different because they got 5 troop guys and 1 named character to lead them into battle, to be their commanding officer.
I
The only-
definitely fucked that up.
The only draw. It's okay. It's okay. The only drawback to this figure, I think, is his weapon. I mean, he can store it well on his leg, and he can also strap it. But holding it is a different story. And I know that I think it's the modern version of him came with 2 weapons. He had like a rifle like this, and then he had like an AR, which I thought was perfect. But nonetheless, this guy is tops right here.
Oh yeah,
cool.
looks great.
So then my next choice is this guy, and unfortunately his O-ring has passed away. So
R.I.P. O-ring.
we're only gonna see half of him today. And this guy, you're gonna need a heavy duty gunner. Somebody got some ordnance, right? Guy that's gonna, be the guy that's gonna be blowing stuff up or blowing up. All right. So here we go.
Yeah.
And that's the Range Viper.
Oh yeah. How cool is that head sculpt?
Yeah. Unfortunately, this won't have his body. Here's the rest of it right here. But I mean, he's got a grenade launcher. He's got a missile launcher. He's got a cool like grenade shooter. So he's gonna be the guy that just blows stuff up. And I love that helmet. And when I first saw it, I didn't like it too much. But I'm like, it's a skull and brains. How freaking cool is that? How cool is that?
I repainted one of those as to make him a like a solo Joe. And his name was Silverback, and I painted him like a silverback gorilla. Like I know that's more of a skull-looking mask, but I thought it looked a little bit apish.
Now that you say that, I think I might actually. Maybe I'll get another one, maybe a beat up one, and then maybe mess around with his mask. Maybe do like an off gray with white teeth or some.
Yeah, and then give him those arms from the fairy arms from one of the snow troopers. Make him a bit more.
Yeah.
Like a gorilla. Silverback.
I love this look too, right? Like the short sleeve with like a long sleeve underneath. This is basically my winter look anyway. Whatever shirt, and I got like a thermal underneath, right? Because I don't wear sweaters. Okay, so I run too hot for sweaters. So my 4th choice is this. All right, 4th choice was this. All right, so these guys are gonna need some air cover. They need somebody that can fly over.
Yes.
Fly over them and give them some air support.
Raptor.
Now, for me, Raptor. For me, there's only one Viper that can fit the bill. Only, and I know. This is Kid Gazz talking, and I know that it's not that kind of pack, but to me, it is. All right. So the only guy that can fit the bill, only Vipers that are crazy enough to fly around like this. And I mean, you got to think about you got fangs, you got claws, where they're all exposed in the open. There's only one guy that can do this, and that's the Astral Viper.
Yes,
right? Fly above and shoot any Joes that are in the way, boom, 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 with his heads up display. Yeah, and his cool look. That look. And then he's got an exoskeleton right here, so it makes him even strong. Like he can run pretty quick when he hits the ground, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, so he's flying over the battlefield, shooting people, blowing things up.
Brilliant choice again.
So now my 5th Viper, and this was the first Viper I actually chose over the 86 Viper. Now this guy here is just purely because you're gonna need a wheelman, right?
Right.
You drive a vehicle, but he's gotta be a shooter as well. He needs to be able to shoot quick. But he's got to be light. He's got to be able to light so he can just jump into a vehicle. No backpacks, no big guns that he's carrying, right? So basically, this guy with his 6 shooters is gonna be my fifth man, and that's the Moto Viper.
I love those guns. So cool.
Yeah, so he's on the battlefield just shooting people like he's in the old West. Bang, 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 bang. And then he's like, and then the leader's gonna say, well, get the stinger, or get the stun. And he's like, yes, sir. And he's gonna go run off and come riding in to get the guys out if it gets too hot. Rides in like the cavalry and takes them all out, right? Gets them all out of there. That's this guy. And I love this figure. I love this.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Talk about making a character, like a faceless character, but that could be an actual character.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah, like I used to use this guy as
like Bill's brother.
Yeah, or I used to you pretend this guy was Goose from Galaxy Rangers. Anyway, so there's that, and so for my lead named Cobra, there's only one Cobra that can lead this stellar team. I
have a feeling I know.
Of Night Viper, Astro Viper,
half a range
Viper, and half a range Viper.
Battle damage.
He's floating around. Maybe you should take Astro Viper's backpack and just float around.
Yeah, it's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. He's done. There's only one Cobra that can lead this group, and he's not a mercenary. He doesn't have his own organization, right? And she's not. She's not in another group that just works for Cobra or a spy. No. There's only one dude, only one guy, and that's Battle Armor Cobra Commander. The only man that can lead these guys into battle. Screw that other Cobra Emperor dude. This guy. Yeah. And this guy, when you think about this, Battle Armor Cobra Commander, man. He's got a jetpack so he can hover.
Yep.
He's got it's like a exoskeleton, so he's got strength. He's got Han Solo's blaster. And he's just cool. It's Cobra Commander.
He is cool. That is a great squad. A great squad led by your favorite Cobra Commander. I famously, I don't know how famous it is actually, but it's not my favorite Cobra Commander. But in this instance, it works with this group. I love it.
Thank you.
I'll give you a solid. So I didn't pick any of the ones that you picked, but I almost went with both the Range Viper and the regular Viper. So I would have picked those ones for sure. I almost went with the leader of the group to be Major Blood for a little bit of Aussie flavor. But I didn't do that either.
One of three guys I was going to pick.
Gaz, I went down a rabbit hole and I came up with this scenario and I broke the rules a little bit by having a few too many named characters in it. But let me paint the picture for you.
It's all good.
I'm gonna paint the picture for you. My 6-person team for Cobra is actually made up of 3 different distinct affiliations, probably that are more less towards the bigger Cobra picture and more about individual reasons why the world should end, right? The way that we know it, right? They don't want to necessarily take over the world. They want to ruin the world. They want to ruin it. They want to bring on the apocalypse. In fact, I've dubbed this group the Cobra Apocalypse. And this group entails the 3 major players coming together to decimate the world, destroy the world, and maybe rise up through the ashes in this new world order.
Could this be the beginning of a play motion?
It sounds like it would be pretty cool. So here it is in all its glory.
Yes, let's do this. Wow.
The Cobra Apocalypse.
Wow. I mean, that's bold. That's a bold choice right there. You know who
Isn't
I'm talking about.
So originally, I didn't have any of these guys on my original list except for the BAT. But I went down a rabbit hole on 3D Joes and I started looking at cool looking characters. And I was like, that's a named character. So we've got Overkill. We've got Globulus, Nemesis Enforcer, and Cesspool. So that's 4 named characters. However, Cesspool goes with the Toxo Zombie. The Overkill goes with the Bat, and Nemesis Enforcer obviously goes with Globulus. And what's happened here, right, is so Cobra La's first attempt at changing civilization to their wants and needs failed, right? So now they're like, if we can't change the world, we're going to end the world. And who better to team up with than emotionless robots that don't care either way about the human condition, plus the an undead trooper in the zombie there, and Cesspool, who, I mean, his main thing is destroying the planet through toxic means. So they've all formed together and created the Team Cobra Apocalypse. And in this scenario, guess what? It's working. They've only gone and done it. And so when I get to the Joes, you'll see the last remaining Joes that survived that will take on the Cobra Apocalypse.
This could be an alternate reality Slaughterhouse play motion. Sarge goes into, oh man, I like it.
I just got to grab all of these figures to do it.
And I love the only solid like Cobra figure in there is the Bat, right?
Yeah.
Like the only Cobra guy in there, because I mean Cesspool, even though he is Cobra, I mean he is his own team, right? And so is it over. I don't know much about Overkill. I know he's a cyborg, right?
Yeah, and he's the BAT leader. He's the leader of the Bats. Yeah. So yeah, they've gone against the original idea of what Cobra Commander wanted to do for the Cobra organization, and are creating a new world in their image. And now later on, that their allegiances might change, right? And a fight for leadership may happen between these 3 factions, but at the minute they're standing united. Exodus.
I'm thinking that Globulus is going to have the upper hand on the other 2 because he's got Nemesis Enforcer. That'd be the guy that they would have to take out, right? Because he's going to be loyal to Globulus only.
But does a Toxo Viper, are they able to convert living things into zombies as well, like regular zombies do?
It'd be like Cesspool and Overkill just be throwing endless bats and zombies at Nemesis Enforcer, and eventually probably take them down. Eventually, but it's gonna take a lot.
So I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could imagine that the Cobra La exists. So you've got those as well later as an army. So you could have an army of zombies, army of bats, an army of the Cobra La, whatever they were called again, and they battle each other for supremacy of Cobra Apocalypse.
After they've basically decimated most of the world, now they're just going to battle amongst each other.
Right.
And then
exactly.
There's my meager team of Vipers with Cobra Commander trying to fight this.
Well, maybe your team of Cobras have to team up with the Joes because now they've got a common enemy. But my Joe team are going to fight this team while they're united and before they turn on each other. So that's my Cobras.
That's a pretty good team.
Thanks. I broke the rules a little to make that happen. I got lost in it.
What are the rules?
Rules, schmools.
This is STS. We make rules and then we break them.
That's right.
Okay. So I went first on my Cobra. So you go first on your Joes. I need to know what Joes are going up against that group.
Too easy. So here there the reasons why these 3 factions got together is because they all have a common goal. Then it doesn't necessarily mean that they would work together after they've ruled the world, right? Or destroyed it, or whatever happens, they may fracture. But in the meantime, while they are united, there stands only 6 G.I. Joes that are tough enough. Got to get tough. And the only ones that are the only tough enough Joes to take on this new world, I present to you Team Slaughter Corps.
Whoa, Team Slaughter Corps. Oh my God, look at that. That's Super Joe.
Yep, Super Trooper,
Super Trooper?
Robo Joe, Super Trooper, Heavy Duty, Salvo, the Fridge. The best Arctic Joe, and of course, leading the troops in this Slaughter Corps is Sergeant Slaughter himself. Images from 3D Joes.
Oh my God, I can only imagine Super Trooper and Nemesis Enforcer. That's the reason why he's there.
So yeah, these are the tough guys. This is all muscle force, right? All brute strength as well as firepower, and there's they're not. I think their weakness might be a little bit lacking on the technological side, except for Robo Joe, who I put there as not only for strength but also to counter the robot issue that we have with the bats and the what's his name again, the bat leader,
Overkill.
So I guess they can counter that, and everyone else is just like rockets and brute strength and a football.
I kind of always imagine Robo Joe as being like a Cable style character.
Yeah.
Comes from, like, he's a Joe from the future that comes back.
Yep. So he's come back from that apocalyptic future, and has said that this is the world. This is what's happening with the world because these guys have united, and it gets worse after they start fighting with each other. So he's come back, and it turns out Robo Joe is actually Lieutenant Falcon.
Oh yeah, see, there you go.
I just made that up just now.
Now, cool.
Before I settled on Salvo, but he has on his shirt the Ride of Might. I was like, yeah, that's pretty tough. But I had Street Fighter 2 Guile in there as a tough guy. But it went because it's still G.I. Joe technically. Yeah, it's a good point. They would have slithered back to where they came.
I don't know. I think I just imagine like that, like the beginning scene of X-Men, where the X-Men are lined up and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutant line up and they're clashing. That's what I'm picturing in my mind. These guys and those Cobras clashing. And then my squad just sit in the back going, just let them fight it out. We'll take out who's
we'll take on who's left. But yeah, I had fun putting this together and trying to figure out the configuration of how they were going to present on this screen. This was way more effort than I've ever done for Shoot the Ship, but I thought it was a great team.
You got 3 Joes that are basically brute strength, and they're just going to go in fist flying, right? You got 2 Joes that are going to be standing in the back, one mowing down bats like nuts with his machine guns, and the other one just blasting with rockets and stuff. And then you got Robo Joe probably like just like hanging in the back, telling everybody where to go, trying to hack the bats to change sides.
Ripping heads off of bats.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Thanks. I like it too. So that's the Slaughter Corps that are going to go up. Will they win against the Cobra Apocalypse? We don't know.
We'll find out in a future Slaughterhouse play motion.
There we are. Now let's take a look at your Joes.
Well, I think my Joes are like completely opposite of what you just did. All right, so we'll just start off with the team leader. You pick Sarge. There's only one guy that I was gonna pick, and that was Duke.
Of course,
right? Of course, Duke. Duke's gonna lead enemy. This is the guy that everybody turns to. He's the guy.
Yo.
He's the guy. When Sarge needs a pep talk, he goes to this guy. Right.
Gotcha.
So Duke's leading the squad. So, for Duke's right hand man, there's only one guy that I think fits the bill. I mean, he can lead his own. He can lead the Joes himself if he wanted to. But I picked version 2 of this character, of this guy, and that's Stalker.
Yes, nice. Yep.
I love this version of Stalker. I loved version 1, but version 2 is just too cool. He's too cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, you're gonna need a ordnance figure. Guy's got some big gun, a big gun, and blow stuff up like crazy. And then for me, it was a hard choice. I was gonna go Zap, but I went Bazooka.
Oh yeah, cool.
Bazooka to me is a little. I mean, I love him in the Deacon. I love him in the cartoon, but I think he's a lot smarter than they play him off to be, and explosive expert.
Mustache.
And anybody that wears a football jersey into combat, you got to give him that, right?
Of course.
No, this he gives Bazooka, and he's all happy, and he wakes his fudgy bars. Okay, so you need a heavy machine gunner, and even though I think that his weapon of choice is not really perfect for his primary military specialty, but Tonal Rat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
He's the gunner. And he's cool. I love this character. Not just because it's Larry Hama, not because it's Han's favorite figure, but because he's cool. Because I like him. I like that he has the camo. I like this headband. I like the fact that he's got a pistol and his bandolier is just bullets for his machine gun. And he's cool. I love him. It's good.
He is cool.
But anyway, so then we obviously need a marksman that's cool, a marksman's badass. And because he came with an Uzi as well as a sniper rifle, I always kind of pictured him as another version of Snake Eyes, like a version of Snake Eyes. And that's Lowlight. Right?
Nice.
Right? He's got his sniper rifle. Well, there's that guy. This is the Combat, the Night Viper, clearly. Right?
Of course. Well, that makes sense.
Right? And I never figured out what anybody knows what this is for. I always thought you put his Uzi in there, but I think it's for like his scope for his sniper rifle, but I don't know. I don't know why they scoped it in there. And then last but not least, the sixth dude. And I had to go with this dude because this is probably my favorite Joe figure. And it's hard because he has a Night Force variant. But I picked Shockwave as my point man. First in the door, taking out guys left and right. And this guy was my like when I got him as a kid, this was my Snake Eyes because I never actually had a Snake Eyes. I had a broken version too. But when I saw this dude, I'm like, oh, it gotta be like Snake Eyes, even though his name's Shockwave. It's gotta be Snake Eyes because he's cool. He's got a Uzi. And he's got dual pistols. And he's cool. He's just cool.
He is cool. Like Chuckles was my Duke for a while because I couldn't find Duke. But
yeah, right. My first Duke was Tiger Force Duke because I never got Duke when I was a kid. That's my 6-man Joe squad.
Love it. I had a feeling you'd pick Duke. That's not a surprise, but I do like your other choices as well. For some reason, I thought you were going to go with Rock and Roll version 2.
I had him on my list.
Yeah. I would have put money on that. I like his rifles. He's got like a Winchester rifle, right?
Yeah, on the side. That's pretty cool. And those Gatling guns.
Yeah.
Jesse the Body Van Shore style. Painless is coming.
Shockwave is a great choice. I don't know if I would have thought that you would pick it, but now that you've done it, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I
do like the Night Force version of him better because he looks more of a SWAT team. But there's something about the blue camo, and it's just cool looking.
Yeah, I like it. I prefer the blue only because I'm not beholden to G.I. Joe being military and green and all of that stuff, right? Like I like Chuckles, so obviously I'm not all about the Green Army man when it comes to G.I. Joe. I like the wrestling figure for Sergeant Slaughter, over the military version. So I'm okay with looking different. Imagine putting a 5-person sports team together. Are there 5 sports Joes? There's a Fridge, Bazooka's got the jersey, Hardball.
Hardball, yeah. There's Gridiron, right? Because he's got the football stuff.
Captain Gridiron, yeah.
That's what, 4?
That's 4.
Yeah, Bazooka, Hardball.
Yeah.
Gridiron.
Yeah.
And
Fridge.
I guess
Sarge
because he's...
Oh yeah, put Sarge in there for the wrestling.
Because he's a wrestling. I think I think that's it really for sports style. Can't even run a sports theme on him. I think that's it, really.
What about Tracker? Tracker's got a numbered. Oh, Big Lob, of course.
Big Lob. Well, he didn't actually have a figure, but he was in the cartoon.
Yeah, yeah.
If we're just going with figures from there,
Tracker has
like
a
yeah, that's what he does, right? But he's a Navy SEAL, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. Big Lob. He's got another one. Big Lob. 2 Big Lobs.
Well,
all right, 2 Big Lobs.
Technically, Cutter has a Boston Red Sox hat.
True. Okay, that works too. So what is it? What is it? The Boston
Red Sox.
Red Sox. Big Lob. Yeah. Is it Big Lob?
Big Lug. Big Lug.
Big Lob. Big Lob. Throw one into the Joe team. Big Lob for the win. So we're gonna have maybe just have a 6-person Big Lob team.
Big Lobs.
Remember they brought out Big Lob as a convention figure, and it was just Mercer painted in brown.
I don't remember that. All I remember is like that club exclusive they had.
Right.
Anniversary. They had the Big Lob.
Big Lob, G.I. Joe, ring.
That'd be kind of funny. They do another Transformer crossover. It's Prime and it comes with Big Lob and Hawk.
Big Lob makes his move. It's just Mercer.
Oh, wow. Plus Mercer head sculpt. Yeah, it's painted black.
That's
short is that?
Big Lob. That's Mercer. That shirt. That's got to be Outback, right?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. I like the grenade launcher and the pants look cool.
Oh, Red Dog, of course. Red Dog. Perfect. Perfect.
So is he a football player or is he a why can't I think of it right now? I'm drawing a blank.
He played football.
Rugby. I look at him as more of a rugby player.
Rugby's football.
Like, yeah.
Same.
Not American football. Like I look at him as a rugby player.
Yeah. Repeater is also a good choice for any team.
Peter, yeah.
Somehow I'd sneak Beachhead and Spirit onto the Joes with Storm, Shadow, and Torch for the Cobras. Yeah, love it. And Kiwi, have you done a video on that yet? I haven't seen that one. Oh, check it out. Yeah, Barefoot Punter.
That's a good opportunity to put in our favorite gremlin.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out one time, won't you?
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I like your choices better than mine.
Oh, I think they both are.
Honestly, like that's a cool lineup for Joe's. I wouldn't even thought any of these guys. Maybe the Sarge would be the only one that I would think of. Out of all
There's not a lot of brains happening here, though. Not a lot of brains. It's all brawn.
Yeah, it's all brawn. And these Cobras, man. God, yeah. The one I see turning is what's his name there? Guy on the end, septic dude. Oh my God! Why?
It's also escaped my brain for some reason now.
You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's going to be trying to try to take out Globulus. He's like, yeah, we got to take him out quick.
Right, he'll probably change his mind after a fashion and be like, oh, hang on a minute, I'm destroying the human race. That's my race. Cesspool.
Figure, though. Seth, what a great figure. I love that head sculpt. It's such great.
So I almost added Action Man into this lineup because he had a figure later on. But the original Action Man was a repaint of Tracker, and he was Night Force, so he had a lot of Night Force colors on him. And my version of Action Man that I use has the same head sculpt as Super Trooper.
Yeah.
So Lilith would have added Raptor to the Cobra and Repeater to the Joes. Both good choices. I like Raptor. Him.
Who'd you take out of your Cobras and put Raptor in there? Maybe
None.
Zombie?
No. I don't think he fits. He doesn't fit in here.
No.
I've got enough air power with Nemesis and Forcer, but I don't need any more.
My Strato Viper's flying my Astro Viper's flying the other way when he sees him coming. He's like, I'm out, guys. Later.
See ya. I'm surprised you didn't add BATB. You went full Vipers. Every Viper you could fit.
I was thinking about doing the Viper for the Bat, but I'm like, no, man, it's got to be a 5-man team. This is like Cobra Commander's like little squad. He's gonna go in and eliminate some Joes.
Small stealthy vehicle. So everyone gets a small vehicle, or they get one small vehicle that they've got to all pile up on. Because I reckon my team would probably just use whatever Globulus has for
that weird blimp thing.
Spits out stuff. Hey, Wilhelm.
Hey, Wilhelm.
Hello, everybody. You get a happy birthday.
Thank you, Wilhelm. Thank you.
Happy birthday. All right. I think
we should have invited Wilhelm on this. I would have liked to see his little squad.
We'll invite Wilhelm onto the next one, and he can give us our that same scenario.
Right,
Pick a squad for next time, Will, and you can join us. So I think these guys, I don't think would have a stealthy vehicle. They'd be coming in with just probably a mixture of armadillos, triple Ts, and the warthog. They're nothing stealthy about these guys. The team budget only allows one model for everyone on the team. So let's say, mine's in the Cobra Apocalypse. So maybe the only vehicle that they have left is I'm going to give them the Warthog. It's not really stealthy. It's not really small.
It's the Warthog with the doors ripped off.
Yeah. There's no doors. The rockets are gone. It's just got the side gun.
And Robo Joe's in the back is connected to the Warthog, so he's handling all the weapons.
He's behind it, pushing it.
Yeah, because the Apocalypse, it ran out of gas.
Maybe they're all riding around in trouble bubbles. They've confiscated Cobra trouble bubbles. And these guys, I don't know. Like, I don't think they really need a vehicle,
I think the septic tank would be perfect for these guys.
Yeah. All right, so we'll give them the septic tank, and those flying creatures, and I'll give these guys, if not the Warthog, maybe
they all come rolling in on one triple T.
And it's up.
Oh, one triple T.
Oh man, they're towing a piece of scrap metal behind them.
It would work, right? It would work because Sarge would be driving it. You'd have Super Trooper in the front holding the shield up to protect.
Oh yeah.
On either side, you have is it heavy duty? And what's the other guy?
Heavy duty.
Salvo. And the other guy, Salvo on either side.
Mm-hmm.
Robo Joe, I'm assuming he has rockets in his legs, right? Because he'd be hovering behind, and then Fridge just sitting on riding it like horseback, going
swinging his football.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Something like the Triple T, but in Thunder Machine style. Maybe they put together, towing a Coastal Defender. So maybe that, or they've just got a Triple T and a Night Raider,
or they just got the APC.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, or the APC. But I think the Warthog would be the best. So the way I would position them in the Warthog, if I was going to go that route, is Sarge can drive, obviously. In the gunner's seat, I'll put. I won't put any of those other two because they carry weapons that are pretty stellar, right? So in the gunner seat, I'm going to put Super Trooper. In the rockets, so the side seating one that has all the computer panels and stuff, I give that to Robo Joe. I don't know if Robo Joe would fit in there. I'll get to the Fridge. The Fridge can man the rockets. Super Trooper the gun. Sarge driving, and Super Trooper. Robo Joe on the top of it, just absolutely annihilating, and open up the side and have both Heavy Duty and Salvo just firing rockets, which would probably make them deaf, to be fair.
Wasn't it a light vehicle?
How are you, Jeff? Yeah, but I mean, in comparison, it's pretty light compared to this group. These guys combined to be heavier than a Warthog. Oh yeah, mobile battle bunker. That's another good one.
There you go. Yeah.
I always thought it was a missed opportunity to make the battle bunker inside like a little base of operations, like a true bunker. But whatever, it's all good. I'm no designer. Which vehicles are you going with, Gaz?
For my squad, light armored vehicle. I think I'm gonna go for the Joes. They're gonna have a snowcat.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I think that'd be the perfect vehicle. And then for Cobra, just a Stinger. Cobra Commander in there with the Moto Viper. A couple guys on the back, and then the Astro Viper flying, and then the odd guy out's going to be running.
Hot footing it.
Because your Night Viper is going to be scoping out. He's going to be ahead of the group, so rest of them come rolling in with the Astro Viper. So there you go.
Oh man, I think trouble bubbles are so cool though.
Oh yeah, but you can only have one. It's going to be hard to fit that group under one trouble bubble.
Yeah,
that was the thing. Like, what one lightweight vehicle?
How many can you fit in an AWE Striker? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2,
4, and probably one. You can put one hanging off over the engine, just holding onto the bar for dear life. It's like AWE Striker. Yeah, an armadillo, I guess. Right? You can put 2 on the back, 1 inside. So that's 3. That's 3. So let's see, 3. So I still got 3 more Joes. They're gonna be hot footing it, I guess.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be one vehicle? Why couldn't it be just 2?
Because it would be too easy otherwise. If we could have everything we want, Gaz, it'd be too easy.
Too easy, yeah.
Those armadillos, though, they're so iconic. What about the Marauders version of the armadillo, though, with the
big missile mounts on the side, right?
So cool.
What a cool.
What did we? Because they didn't change the name of the armadillo, like they changed the names of the other ones. Could have sworn
Armadillo was also the name of the driver of the mobile command center. Is that
yeah.
guy?
Yeah. It's armadillo. Yeah. One model, but 6 vehicles, so 1 for each. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So 1 model for each guy. That totally changes everything. All right.
Imagine this 6 riding in on Rams. That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Put these guys in a maggot, or is that Sarge saying maggot?
No, it's a light vehicle, Wilhelm. It's not a light vehicle unless you take it apart and you only use the front part.
All right. Well, trouble bubbles are back in, baby.
All right. So my Cobras are all going to be in trouble bubbles, and my Joes are going to be driving armadillos.
Armadillo drove the Rolling Thunder. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
The MCC was Steamroller. I always forget the name of Steamroller. Always.
I just want to know why those drivers don't look. They look like is it armadillo looks like a truck driver, right?
Right.
Or is it the guy? Or is it Steamroller? One of them just looks like a truck driver. Look like it'd be in Smokey and the Bandit. Like one of them.
Armadillo looks a bit like a truck. He's got like a cool belt buckle. Steamroller, I think, looks like a wrestler. Looks like Pat Patterson. I'll show you. If I'm thinking of the same person, Steamroller, G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah, Armadillo has that weird helmet, right?
The helmet, like it looks like a half a melon.
Yeah, and then
Steamroller. See, I don't know. Do we even know G.I. Joe?
I guess we don't.
So Steamroller is he does look like the trucker. Who am I thinking of then? That looks like Pat Patterson. So Steamroller
looks like in the movie Convoy.
Yeah,
that's him. Yeah, I think it'd be the movie Convoy.
Those are the arms. Convoy. Those are the arms I gave to Action Man. Look at that cool gun belt.
I like that tattoo. Is that a tattoo on his arm?
Yeah, it's a heart with an arrow through it, and it says dog on his hat. He's got dog tags and abs. And
I bet you they want to put Mac on there because Mac Trucks has the dog. Dog.
Be the return of the Mac. But thank you for letting us know that. Knowing is half the battle, as Space Commander would say.
Because knowing is half the battle.
Space Commando.
You gotta love the STS squad.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate everyone in the chat chiming in, letting us know things that we forget. Because I swear, when we're not on live, right, we can pull names out of our head easy, right? And as soon as we go live, we forget who people are.
It's this
Steamroller.
camera thing and the live thing. My mind just goes blank.
So Armadillo, the body of the Armadillo character, I put Taurus's head on when he was wrestling against Blanca.
It's a weird choice for those some of those drivers. It's just a weird look. It's like, I mean, like who's the one? Toll Booth. I don't like the figure, but he fits the role, right?
Yeah.
Hat on, he fits the role because he's an engineer. He's like, I'm making a bridge here. Get out of my way. These other guys, like, he's just wearing a vest. He's wearing a vest and some fatigues. It's like
some abs and some grenades, whatever.
Put a shirt on, you trucker.
It's all good, Joe fan. We're happy to be able to put you in so much rest and relaxation with our soothing tones that you've only gone and fallen asleep. Unless it was the opposite, and our haggard voices woke you up again.
You're listening to STS Live.
Yeah. Ooh, sultry. Oh man. I almost think that this Cobra team looks a little cooler than my Joe team.
I think no, honestly, I think this is the makings of a really good story idea for the Slaughterhouse play motions. I think like Sarge goes into an alternate dimension, gets sucked into an alternate dimension, like, and the last remaining Joes is that squad, and they think he's dead.
Nice.
Or even better, it could be the universe where Sarge is the bad Sarge.
Maybe he's behind the helmet of Cesspool.
Yeah, maybe he's behind the helmet of Cesspool.
Maybe he's Overkill.
Yeah, no, it has to be Overkill, right? Because Cesspool is such a great character.
Maybe
you're gonna have to add a Joe so you can add Bad Sarge to this group.
So what if it's an alternate universe where they got the DNA from Sarge to create Serpentor, and all it really did was create an evil Sarge?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ooh, we'll figure this thing out. Cutthroat Comics is here. He was our first guest. Happy to have you back, buddy. Where's the alley viper? Down in the alley where he belongs.
He didn't make my cut. He didn't make my cut. Even though I got his opposite number in my Joe squad, he didn't make the cut because I had to throw in Moto Viper.
Do please leave a like if you're just showing up to watch us STS on G.I. Joe.
STS and G.I. Joe.
Oh, you got a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on, maybe.
Now, what if we threw in Megatron as the hits with this group? That's a seventh member.
So that's another faction that is not necessarily for the betterment of humankind. And then we'll throw in. I mean, you got to have Optimus Prime if that's the case.
So that's a question I wanted to ask you. Okay, so you have these Transform Power. What vehicle? Because I'm having trouble figuring out, and we got to be realistic about what vehicle you choose for Optimus, right?
Okay,
you're not going with the Rolling Thunder. It's going to be obviously way too big. You know, it's going to be scaled to Joe, and it's got to be affordable. I don't want to pay $300 for this thing, right? So,
okay,
what vehicle, size-wise, do you think
Rolling Thunder? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I know we said the Warthog. The Warthog, but it's not.
But we're switching that up to Grimlock now.
I guess right. Warthog is okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Warthog. Yeah. Okay. So what vehicle do we choose for Optimus? Because I mean, like you want to get like the basic like chest to look like Optimus, and obviously the head, right? A little bit, right? And I can't for the life of me think of a vehicle that's going to look that way to give that distinct look of of Optimus rather than just doing a flat-faced Mack truck or international truck. And
So,
I was thinking,
so other than the Mobat, which I think was, did we decide that was the rumor?
I think that's what they're gonna. I think they're gonna do the Mobat. That's my guess.
Right.
guess.
Okay. But if we have a better suiting,
yeah, I know there's people out there saying the Havoc because it kind of looks like a rig, but I just don't see the Havoc. I don't think I don't think.
But if it is the Havoc, then the hovercraft can be roller.
That's true. But I just don't see it. I don't think the Havoc is
fair enough.
The stature of Optimus Prime. He's got to be.
I don't think the APC. Yeah, rumor is the Mobat.
Yeah.
Rachel knows everything. I think definitely more so than us. Thank you for.
The only two that I can think of that would be of Prime caliber is either the Mobat or the Mauler. One of those two.
I was gonna say the APC, but I don't think that it has enough firepower for Prime unless the top cannon is his. What's his gun called again? I always forget. What's the Optimus Prime's gun again?
Technology.
Todd,
what is
Cameron's
his gun called?
Rachel will know.
It's an ion blaster.
Iron Blaster, yeah. You have Optimus Prime's Iron Blaster.
But I mean, like you could maybe like the Slugger. And
the Slugger would be good.
The Iron Blaster could be the cannon.
That's true. So I would like something. Obviously, so it's going to be the Mobat, so it's already decided for us.
Yeah.
But something at least this shape.
I really like that size. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Ready? I'm gonna do it. The Mobat.
Okay, it works. But will they add the red and blue in robot form, or will they just keep him green?
I think they could hide the red in this, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see how they could do it.
I know my Joe's Transformers, not so much. Well, Optimus Prime at least. That's half the battle.
I'm of the assumption just leave him a truck, because there was a truck in this is Gaz logic. There was a truck in Revenge of Cobra where G.I. Joe was transporting the MacGuffin device in the beginning, and it looked like Prime. So why not just make him a Mack truck and
make it Joe scale.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Dare I say why not? Will he come with the Matrix of Leadership though?
He should.
He definitely should. G.I. Joe Slugger. Will it be General Hawk or will it be version 1 Hawk?
I prefer version 1 Hawk over General Hawk. That's my when General Hawk, I basically in my little world, it's more like General Flag to me.
Yeah,
that's what I use him as, and I keep Hawk as a colonel, and he's the commander of G.I. Joe, where Hawk just leads. He's Hawk's boss, obviously. That's the way I do it.
If they were going to throw in a second character to go with Hawk and Prime, who do you think an appropriate character would be?
Well, if it's the Mobat, then it should be Steeler. It should be.
Should be. Won't be.
It should be Steeler. But if you're gonna throw another figure in there, I mean, it could be just about anybody. I mean, they're using. How about? Have we got a updated Scarlet yet, or no? They haven't done Scarlet, so maybe Scarlet. Yeah, be Hawk and Scarlet. Yeah. Because they did, because they have, because they have Baroness, now they have Zorana, and you don't have a female Joe in there at all. Why not? Yeah, why not?
You need to throw it in there somewhere. Oh man, but I love these. These boxes are so good.
This is gonna be a big vehicle will be too big. But what instead of being a tank, what if Optimus was the hovercraft, the killer whale?
Oh, yeah. Although it probably would be Sea Spray. But again, Sea Spray, even though his name's Sea Spray, he doesn't have to be a boat. He can be anything he wants. I don't know how much water is on Cybertron. But Michael's here. How are you, Michael?
Sir.
Colonel Hawk. Yeah, get more use. Plenty of versions of General Hawk. I often call version 2 Hawk General Hawk because that's what they call him in the cartoon. But the card is just Hawk.
Yeah. So Optimus as the killer whale, his sea spray can be the devilfish.
Oh yeah, nice. I agree. The Pulverizer would be another good version. I wonder if Hasbro.
What's that vehicle that has like 2 bits and a big cannon? You can break them off. It's got like a front bit that's like a carrier. Is it a Mad Dog or something like that? It's like tan. It's got a big.
Nobody calls me Mad Dog.
Oh man, hold on.
So Rachel's saying, I wonder if Hasbro and Super 7 are talking about who's going to release which O-Ring characters. I wonder. I think more than likely it's going to be like Hasbro would stick to the original designs, and Super 7 will lean into those cartoon accurate characters. But I'm not part of those discussions. Mean Dog. There we are. Mean Dog.
Yeah, the Mean Dog. Mean Dog would be good because that looks like a rig, and that could be Optimus, and you can do it in red.
Now, who comes with the Mean Dog? Maybe that's the person I'm thinking of that looks like Pat Patterson.
Yeah, let's look it up.
G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. And I swear we know stuff. All right?
Well, when it comes to a lot of vehicles, I don't know a lot. How's it Wild Card? Is it Wild Card? That's the name of the dude, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Oh man, what? Yeah, it comes with Wildcard. Wildcard is a great looking figure.
That's actually not the vehicle that I was thinking of, but that'd be a cool Optimus Prime because it looks like a trailer, a truck with a trailer.
Yeah, which is the one you were talking about? Someone. Yeah, there's another one. I know which one you're thinking of, and it looks like the G.I. Joe looks like
It has like one of the vehicles I think can go like it raises up. It's like tan. It's got like a glass canopy in the front, and I think it's like a big gun in the middle, and the back is like another vehicle.
Yeah.
Harder, man.
We're about to lose our G.I. Joe fan cards. Here we are, Thunderclap. Is that it? The 3-piece vehicle is the Thunderclap. Is this the one? Is this the one that comes with the figure that I think looks like Pat Patterson? Thunderclap.
Yeah, that's the vehicle. That's the vehicle that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Who's the driver for the Thunderclap?
He's wearing white. He's got a mustache.
Oh, again, not him.
AQ Thunderclap driver, long range. That's his name. Yeah, that's the vehicle I was thinking of. I think that would make a good Optimus.
Jose is here. Can't wait for the Triple T and Sarge. Oh, same, buddy. Same. Oh, Lord, yes. Bring it up. Bring it back.
Look at that. That's cool, man. It looks really
long
cool.
range. Who's long range? Who's that?
That's the driver. He's got a beard. I think he's got a red beard, so it's not the guy.
Yeah. What G.I. Joe drivers? I'm just gonna find this guy. He's got like he looks a bit older, a little bit gruffer, and he's got like blondish hair in this toy. But I can't. Yeah, he drives something.
Did a driver come with the Grizzly? The Grizzly, the G.I. Joe Grizzly. Did a driver come with that?
I'm not sure what that one is.
I think it's called the Grizzly.
Why? I can never remember this guy's name, and it'd be a great Ghost Rider joke. But he's got like white hair, whitish blondish hair, drives something. But for the life of me, I thought it was every other vehicle we've looked at already. Yeah, I don't know. Why am I?
This came out with I think Venom versus Valor. I think.
No, it's not that. It's not that late in the game. It's definitely an O-ring. Somebody help me out here.
Oh, it's the Patriot Grizzly tank. That's the name of it.
When did that one come out? Which one's Dogfight?
I think it's two. I'm not sure when it came out.
I don't think it's Dogfight.
Dogfight is a pilot. He's
that's the one that looks like Wild Bill a little. That's not him. I'm just going to go through 3D Joes and find out who it is. 3D Joes. I reckon
Is
it's
it
probably
the head used for Action Man?
No.
What-
no.
what-
I
what
think
that
he's
was
just like got a green torso, possibly. Like I've mixed and matched so many Joes, and I think he comes with a helmet. But I will find it. Figures.
Is it
This
this
is
guy?
why we. I don't know.
This dude?
No, that's Armadillo, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, not him.
That's a weird driver for that vehicle, man. I don't understand it.
Okay, so he's not from 86. Let's try 87. I'm just going through the Grand Slam. No, but Grand Slam's cool.
Is he not from Battle Force 2000?
No. I don't think so.
Hans has me looking at that, the Patriot Grizzly. He's like, I'm talking about the Mauler, and he's like, yeah, my favorite tank is the Patriot Grizzly. And he shows this to me. I'm like, oh my God, that's a cool tank. If I knew that. I'm
checking 88. Patriot Grizzly is from the early 2000s. Some of that 2000 stuff's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look. Who we got in this one? Is it the same? He's not here either. So it must be 89. It can't be any further than 89, surely. Here we are. We're looking. It's not payload. Oh, hot seat. All right, here we go. No, not wildcard. It's so hot seat comes with the Raider. And in my opinion, yeah. And in my opinion, he looks a bit like A-Team.
All right.
And a bit like Pat Patterson in my opinion.
What's the G.I. Joe pickup truck? It's like a 90s vehicle.
There is?
Yeah.
Like a pickup truck?
Yeah.
Hot seat. That's the guy. I almost forgot it again. Hot seat. That was worth it.
It's our technology. It's like
yeah. He does look like Hannibal. He does.
That looks like a pickup truck. I forget the name of it. I think that'd be the perfect vehicle for your Joe squad.
A pickup truck? So Lilith is starting on the Hydro Viper onesie. Uh-oh. I don't have that image anymore, by the way.
No. That was deleted.
A G.I. Joe pickup truck.
Yeah, it's like a 90s vehicle.
Oh, like is it like got overly big size wheels on it?
Yeah. It's like an off-roader.
Yeah. I know the one you're talking about. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be a good vehicle for your troops. Because I mean, most of the Joe stuff, that's just like a pickup truck. It kind of.
Sorry, like, guys, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. If Rachel doesn't remember it, it doesn't exist.
Rachel, it kind of looks like a pickup truck, but it's not a pickup truck.
Does it have an open tray in the back?
Now I'm gonna have to. Now I'm gonna look. Yeah, it looks like it has an open tray in the back. Now I'm gonna have to find out. Hold on.
At this point, Rachel knows more than we do about G.I. Joe. Okay, we've lost our G.I. Joe car.
You just want to come on and
school us on G.I. Joe, please.
What we're looking for.
We used to know. Now I'm starting to wonder. So it's a 90s.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I remember one with big wheels.
Yeah.
But yeah, find it for me. Find it for me.
I'm going on 3D Joe's right now. Here we go.
Are you sure you're not thinking about this pickup truck?
No, not that pickup truck. That's a really cool pickup truck.
The pickup truck.
Right, here we go. I'm gonna have to go in here. So we're in 90, 91. It's not there. Was that it right there? I think that's it right there.
Oh yeah, give us a look.
Hold on. I need to like look at it in the side view. No, that's not it. Is it the Badger? Is it the Badger? Maybe it's the Badger.
I remember the Badger. I thought that was more of a.
No, that's the one I just looked at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 92.
This is why our shows run so long. It's because we're spending half the
'cause
time.
we're
Should
we're
look
just
at
looking at
it.
stuff. Yeah.
Imagine being able to just pull this knowledge out of our heads.
How do you know? How did I know I was going to bring up a G.I. Joe pickup truck?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Was it the Desert Fox?
The Mudbuster.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it looks like a pickup truck. Here, hold on. I'm going to pull it up right now. Come on.
The Mudbuster looks
Oh,
like it.
what?
That's not the one I was thinking of. Desert Fox is a cool vehicle, though.
There it is. The Mudbuster.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I believe Rob Vegas did a review on the Mudbuster. Okay, that's a pickup truck. You're right.
Yeah. See, I was right, Rachel. There is a pickup truck. It's right there. It's called the Mudbuster.
Fair enough. Zombie Hunter 115 is here. 115 confirmed wipeouts. We could have used you earlier, Zombie Hunter, when I was showing off my six-person, Cobra
There's
Squad.
your target right there on the right.
Yeah. I'm going to need you, buddy. I'm going to need you. You can join this group of Joes. Don't ask us what any of these names are. We don't know. We don't know anything around these parts. We don't know anything.
I just forget the guy on the left. I forget his name. The
Yeah,
guy with the rocket.
Salvo.
Salvo. And I do have him. I don't have Heavy Duty or Super Trooper or Fridge or
So
Robo
fun, I would love Super Trooper. But fun fact, Balrog, the Street Fighter movie version, uses the Salvo body. Yeah, that's Balrog, the one that I used for the episode, but in obviously very different colors.
I've been looking for Robo Joe. I always see. I haven't been looking for him online. I want to find him in the wild, but I only see General Hawk, or I think it's Roadblock from that line. He's thinking of Battle Wagon. Yeah, that's the one I thought was that was what I was thinking as well.
I think Battle Wagon was one I was thinking of when you said, because that's got big wheels on it, doesn't it? The Battle Wagon.
But that's a pickup truck.
You found it though. Joe Fan 84 saw Robo Joe.
You did?
Join the club. We thought we knew.
But you know what? It's a learning thing, and we're learning.
That's
all
right.
the time.
But even so, we know this stuff, but we just lose it. As soon as we go live, it leaves our brains. Robo Joe suffers from the gold plastic syndrome too, though. You got to be careful with that. Yeah.
I don't very much like the way the figure is, but I like the idea behind the figure. In my mind, of what he is.
Right. So I think that this one, and on the Cobra side, the BAT. I think that they are the only ones that I think look okay in this body type, because it's not standard O-ring. It's just very limited articulation on these guys. And I think for those two, this one and Robo Joe and the Viper. Oh, not the Viper, the Bat. I think they're okay. Right. But then you've got Heavy Duty comes in this version. He's got like a spiked helmet, and one of his arms is a rocket. I'm like, where's his arm gone? Where's his arm?
I like the way this picture's set up. It's like they're all looking, they're on combat, and then Fridge is looking at Robo Joe. It's like, are you a Joe?
Yeah. Do I hit you with this? Are you a Cobra?
You want to teach him?
It is called old age. Whack.
Fridge was the first mail away character that I got.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it was the only one I actually sent away for, because I had that version of Sarge because I got the Triple T for Christmas. And I sent away for Fridge.
We had an ice cream promotion here in Australia to get a Fridge.
The best Arctic Joe there is.
Best Arctic G.I. Joe is the Fridge. I would like to see an Arctic version of the Fridge, though, because that makes sense.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, they were one and done for the Fridge, but they nailed it though. It's a great toy.
Yeah, I mean, actually looked like him too. It was pretty cool.
There's a few variations on him, slight variations. There's the wristbands and I think the belt buckle have slight different variations. Sarge, on the other hand, has multiple different variations.
wonder how much. I wonder how much he goes for.
So I would die happy if Hasbro would combine the Sky Striker over and over with Thundercracker, Starscream, Dirge, Jetfire. I would say my favorite of the Seekers was Thrust. How good was Thrust?
So all right, hear me out here. This is my argument about that, right?
Yes. Argue.
Sky Striker is, I mean, granted, Transformer can do whatever he wants because he can take the form of whatever jet. But if we're doing like Decepticons are going to be Cobra vehicles and Joe's going to be Autobots are going to be Joe vehicles, so that takes the Sky Striker off the plate for the trackers and Starscream. So what jet do you use for them? Now, I mean, you could mix it up. Hey, Mike, you can make one a Rattler. You can do that. You're obviously not going to do a Night Raven because it's too big. You're going to have to downsize a little. But I think the perfect jet for all of them is one or two jets. One, the Hurricane, or Hurricane, right? Or two, the Python Patrol Conquest X30.
Yeah, but see, just so we're still technically mixing in Joe vehicles, because they were famously lifted from G.I. Joe. So there's no reason why the same couldn't be done for the opposite with the Sky Striker, because you can make the Rattler, you can make that Power Glide, right? Which they did. I believe they did that for the original G.I. Joe Transformer crossover toys that weren't non-transformable.
They had Jetfire as a Sky Striker, right? Because they added on those parts to the back to make them look like they didn't actually transform, right? Do you remember that one from like SDCC's? Like,
yeah. I had the Hound. That's where I got my little blaster for. Yeah, I got it from there.
But I'm not against them using it, but I'm just like, I mean, they're technically F-15s and not F-14s, right? Because it's Tomcats. So I'm like, just make a couple of them Hurricane, make one like Thundercracker. Maybe he's a Rattler, right?
Make Starscream a Trouble Bubble. That'll show him. That teleportability is good.
Was it great. Skywarp? There's three. There was three of them, right? Skywarp, Thundercracker, and Starscream, right? Right. So make
Coneheads.
Make one a Rattler, make the other one the Hurricane, and then make Starscream the Conquest, Python Patrol Conquest. That'd be cool.
So I would love it if Starscream came with an O-ring version of Dr. Arkaville. That would be cool. And if you don't know who that is, Rachel will tell us in a moment.
Yeah, who's that? Is he from the comics, right?
No, he was in the cartoon. He looked a bit like a evil version of Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Oh. What's his name? Arkaville?
Yeah. Like arch evil. I get it. It's like a play on words, you see. But he was often teamed up with Starscream to go up against Megatron. Great looking character. Later became like a cyborg.
Oh.
There we are. There's already a Transformer who is a blue A10. Viper is the name. Well, that's fair.
There you go.
Starscream is Cobra Claws.
Again, I'm not against them using the F-14 platform to make them. That's fine. But I'm just trying to think of other, or maybe do like a double Transformer that transforms into the Night Raven.
Oh yeah,
they're like, you can call them like, I don't know, maybe Thundercracker and Skywarp, and they both transform into a big SR-71 spy plane.
Here is Dr. Arkaville.
Oh yeah, I remember that dude. That guy looks like he's part of Mad from Inspector Gadget.
Great Scott!
It's evil Doc Brown. We're going into the past.
That's heavy. Weight's got nothing to do with it. What a great movie.
Doc Brown turns into a Cobra and Marty has to join G.I. Joe.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yo, Joe, dudes. Wait, he never said dudes. He never said dudes.
Never said dudes.
I went.
Yeah,
I went Michelangelo there for a second.
he'll come with that Toyota pickup truck, so it will actually have a GI Joe pickup truck.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
the Mud Blaster.
I was getting worried about that pickup truck for a minute then until you found it.
I know. I was like, I know I seen one because I remember watching a review on it. I said, hey, that looks like a pickup truck.
Yeah, I think Rob Vegas did he did like a series of reviews of ones of Joe's that looked like they'd go on a fishing trip, and I think he also reviewed the Mudbuster. Mudbuster? That's not what it was called, was it? Was it Mudbuster?
Yeah, you don't want to be called the other way.
True. What was the aircraft that came with Dogfight?
Oh, that was a mud. That was.
I thought that was Mud something.
What's his
Man,
name?
we don't know anything. Dogfight. Oh yeah, Old Snake. Yeah, throw Old Snake in there.
The Mud Fighter. The
Mud Fighter.
bomber.
Okay, perfect.
Mud Fighter.
Yeah, thanks, JoeFan84.
They could have called it the Mud Buster and just the Mud Blaster, and put Skidmark as a driver.
Do you reckon Mudbuster has its own theme song?
It should.
I think
Why
it should
not?
too. Yeah,
It should.
it writes itself.
Oh, there's one for you. What is the vehicle? The Desert Rat. The Desert, was it the Desert Rat? No,
Desert Fox.
the Desert Fox. Hound, not Hound. Trailblazer. The Transformer Trailblazer.
Are you thinking of the?
The black pickup truck.
Yeah,
Is it Trailblazer? That's his name, right?
Trailbreaker.
Trailbreaker. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the
Is it
SUV.
Desert Fox? I don't know about that.
Why not?
Okay, why not? I agree. I've got no good argument for it. I don't know.
Because I think Warpath would be better suited for the Mobat. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens with Prime, how good it turns out. If it's anything like Cup, which is pretty cool, then I'm gonna I'll go all in.
That's almost perfection.
Isn't it weird that they waited so long to put Prime into the mix?
Yeah, no, it is weird because that's what I was saying there earlier. It's like you have Cup and Bumblebee, and you have Soundwave and Megatron. So you have the upper echelon of Decepticons, and you just have two basic grunts for Autobots, right?
Yeah, and one of which is further down the line of in timeline 2005. The future is now.
Yeah, because I know he was in the cartoon after the movie, right? Right?
Cup.
I think he was in.
Yeah, he premiered in the movie and then was in after the movie. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so it's like a later edition where everybody else is like one of the OGs. It's still no love for our favorite little 944 Cliff Jumper.
Oh, love Cliff Jumper.
He gets whacked in the movie.
No, he doesn't. Cliff Jumper survives.
No, in the movie, in Bumblebee, he gets spoilers.
Oh, in the Bumblebee movie.
They kill him in the beginning, I believe. I'm like, why did I do Cliff Jumper like that?
They seem to be doing that a lot lately. Like in the cartoon, they get rid of him in the later cartoons. Famously voiced by Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem. Yeah.
Ricky in the house. USS Flag is Riptide. That'd be cool. Ricky, how are you, buddy? When does this come out? I don't know, but I believe the pre-orders are coming out today, or the 30th would be so tomorrow. Gazz's birthday comes out. So I'm hoping, because Hasbro Pulse isn't available to me in Australia, so I'm hoping that the same local vendors that have had the previous ones will also have this one. Otherwise, I'll be hitting up old Gazz.
It seems like these are really available because a lot of the stuff that's coming out is like available, like the Night Force classified Shockwave with the bike is available everywhere. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that local vendors will have them. Local vendor, I don't know if I'm using that term right. Maybe that local suppliers. I got most of ours come from EB Games or Zing, and also JB Hi-Fi. They have a licensing agreement with Sarge for a limited time. They probably had to switch Kup and Optimus to fall within the licensing timeframe. Yeah, but I have a feeling that if they wanted to, Sarge would be all for extending that license. Yeah. If it's anyone that's limiting that license, it would be on Hasbro's side. Sarge would be all in. Sarge would be all in all the time if they'd let him, and the price was right. Yeah. Man, one of the coolest experiences of my life was being on a road trip with Sarge on the way to Joe Fest. How does that happen? Never in my wildest dreams. I was basically Leatherneck riding along with Sarge in the Triple T, but in this case, it was a pickup truck.
A pickup truck. You hear that? A pickup truck.
Yeah. But that was tremendous, and to hear, because we then went to pick up his manager, Paul, and man, those guys were just talking about things that are coming down the pipeline. I'm sitting in the back, and I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't be hearing this stuff, but it was like a level of trust.
You knew about this last year, then?
I will not deny or confirm anything that I heard in that trip. I cannot deny nor confirm anything that I heard. Good karma, bub. Cheers, buddy. What music does Sarge like? Well, AC/DC, I thought was great that he was into AC/DC. In fact, he has on his wall, he has a signed frame with AC/DC albums and guitar. So cool. And also the Eagles.
He's got to be. He is a classic rock dude because he's classic.
Yeah. But it was all classic rock and stuff like that.
Rolling down the road in his real life Triple T, just singing REO Speedwagon.
Back in black. The only one that has been tough for me to find here was the Soundwave one. Yeah, Bumblebee's all over the place still on shelves. Megatron, he was everywhere, and he sort of like started to fade out.
I love the packaging too. The packaging is great. The box is just slide open like this.
Yeah,
cardboard box. It's looking.
I don't usually keep boxes for storage purposes, but I have kept the Bumblebee one and the Megatron one, and I repurposed the boxes so that I have an excuse to use them because they're fairly hefty boxes and with a lot of space on them. So actually, whatever characters that I use for the SWC, I put in those boxes when I'm not using them for the play motion. So yeah, great choice in music. And took me for a meal at Hooters. Took me to Hooters. At breakfast with Sarge, he said they used mayonnaise to shine the leather seats on his camo. That was a bad idea. Famously bad idea.
Agree, Joe vehicle, the camouflage limo.
Yeah. Apparently, it's still on the. It was still on the lot at WWE HQ.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Let's decide who so far has the best art. This is going to be tough. I think Bumblebee's. Personally, I don't want to sway your vote. But I think Bumblebee's the weakest.
Yeah. I think because it's it's just like in an awkward position and like it doesn't look right. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Like it looks like it's driving outside of a cliff. It's not
even heroic enough for on the Bumblebee side. It's not really heroic.
And obviously, it's just Bumblebee and Stalker. Like there's nobody else in the photo. Like like the old artwork for Joe's. Well, they didn't hesitate to put like a guy in the passenger seat, a guy hanging off the side. You know what I mean? It's just to show how many guys you can put on there. This is it's Stalker and the All Striker and Bumblebee on this. I think the picture of Bumblebee is great. It's just the way the All Striker's positioned.
I prefer the All Striker side over the Bumblebee side.
Yeah. To me, it's just the way
I think
like
the
the way
Bumblebee
it's
side's the
positioned.
weakest part.
Yeah, to me, it's the way the Ostriker's positioned, right?
Hmm.
If you look at the ground, it's all rocky. Looks like it's going on a downward slant. It doesn't look like that's where the way
Looks like he's
positioned.
he's gonna go off a cliff. Yeah.
But it's still it's still lovely because the Ostriker is lovely. This is a good image of this S tank. And
I think what I like about this is that it looks like Megatron's coming over into the Joe side.
Yeah.
Right, he's blending into it. Like he's crossing over, and I think that looks great. Whereas Bumblebee, like, not really at all.
Just barely coming over the edge.
Soundwave, less so. In fact, the what's coming over the edge is the Thunder Machine.
Yeah.
Which I guess it's got to have a little bit more real estate for that. It would have been cool to have Ravage a little bit over the edge of that. The art.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good question. If they were going to bring out Chuckles, what would be the vehicle that it comes with? I used to have a scaled camper van that I used for Chuckles and put all sorts of computers and stuff in it.
I got the perfect vehicle for Chuckles.
Yep.
And
Mudbuster.
And all right, hear me out.
Yep.
It's gonna be a small transformer, so maybe we'll maybe this could be Cliff Jumper. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Chuckles with an armadillo that transforms into either Cliff Jumper or maybe Warpath because it's a little tank.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Mirage because they're both kind of supposedly undercover agents, right? Mirage.
Oh yeah, those two together would be fantastic. So Mirage and Chuckles definitely together.
Maybe the armadillo wouldn't be a good choice for Mirage. I don't know how good they can make a motorcycle, but we can use the Mirage motorcycle as the vehicle in the transformer. And then that'd be kind of cool.
The Manta or the Wind Surfer. What was that one that we were talking about before that gets the Coastal Defender, right? That's undercover. It opens up to be it's a little bit lame.
This transformer turns into a Coastal Defender. We don't hate Mirage. We don't hate Mirage that much to make him a Coastal Defender, do we?
No, all right. No, you're right. The Mega Hiss is really good. It's a good question. Chuckles with Hound would be another. So that would put him in. So we're hoping that Hound is a vamp. So give him if you're going to throw Chuckles in there, give him a
he
clutch
was
as well
already, right? Technically didn't transform, but they did.
Well, it was a Jeep, yeah. Maybe if they were going to redo the Ore Striker in Eco Warriors colors, then you can throw Chuckles in there with Beachcomber. But Mirage and Chuckles would be a great team up.
Well, they did do an anniversary version of the Ore Striker that's like a desert. It's tan.
Oh yeah,
it has all this cool scratch to it. So you could do Beachcomber as that, and then have them with Chuckles.
Why not? Dare I say why not? Because I guess he's beach wear anyway, right? He's got the Hawaiian shirt, so a dune buggy on the beach makes sense.
Or we could have Chuckles come with the Warthog that's Grimlock.
Oh, true. And if you mistransform it, you can still sort of have that Tyrannosaurus Rex head with the legs poking out, like half transform it, like what they call that G style.
You know what? You're right. The more you say it, the more I see it. Because the front's kind of boxy, kind of like the snout of a T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
And then you just poke the legs out the bottom for a T-Rex look.
Yeah.
That would work. I agree.
Chuckles, as Will, if you're listening, Chuckles with the Warthog as Grimlock.
Yep. Done. Thanks. I don't know how funny we are. Funny to look at. But cheers, bud. Big Boa and Grimlock. I think what would Big Boa come with though? He couldn't come with a Dinobot.
Big Boa. Big Boa, Cobra. I guess. I don't know. Right? What about an Insecticon?
Yeah, okay.
That's
I can see that.
Oh no, constructed. You should come with a. Yeah, so they can do a series of constructed.
Make them Devastator.
Yeah, so they can come out one each, and then they can combine to become Devastator. So you have a massive one.
Whoa, that'd be cool.
Whoa, that'd be sweet.
That would be cool. I can't believe they did an Action Master Devastator. That is so crazy. But I think, I do like Grimlock as the Warthog, but obviously make it look like a T-Rex instead of the hog.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
He's got to come with a crown, though. It's got to be a crown in there.
Oh yeah, it's going to come with a crown, sword. I guess if the missile system, that's too big. That's too big of a weapon for him to hold. But if they make the side gun his twin cannons, that'll work.
Yeah.
There's a mashup that could potentially be troublesome. So who were the two that I think one of them was Ambush and Lowlight in that set?
I believe so, yeah, with the Desert Fox. Right?
And the rubber dinosaur.
Yeah.
Dominator and Big Boa, perfect. Yeah. But I guess that'd be another way to keep him just a T-Rex, is just say it's the Dino Hunters.
Yeah, you could do that. I was thinking about that. I'm like, why change perfection? It's T-Rex. He doesn't even, he barely transforms into his robot mode. He just stays in T-Rex.
And most of the time after the movie, you barely see him as a robot. He's always in Dino mode.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess the perfect one is the Warthog. There can be no other vehicle that could fit his style. It has to be that. It's boxy. It's big.
And then figure out what the rest of the Dinobots can be.
Look at the rest of the Dinobots be. Two of them
Just
could be the memes. The armadillo, little armadillos. Yeah.
Armadillo behind them. And Swoop can be the mud fighter.
I guess. I mean, Ironhide could be the Mauler. If Optimus is going to be the Mobat, I would say Ironhide would be Mauler.
That would work. That would be cool. So I'm not surprised by the choice of robot for Megatron, right? That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Bumblebee is a head scratcher, but it's like, okay, Bumblebee's a popular character. So imagine that team up. So I understand for popularity's sake, they throw Bumblebee in there.
This is even though it looks great, it's a head scratcher to me because it's like Soundwave is the intelligence guy, right?
Right.
The spy. Well, I guess kind of works because that's what Zartan kind of does in a way.
Right. So does the runner.
Yeah.
They're espionage-ish.
Yeah.
Right? Masters of Disguise.
Yeah, but I mean like Soundwave, but that's exactly what the Baroness does, right? That's her job. Sneak in, get the intel, and go. These guys usually do missions undercover. You know, they go in to steal stuff. Where Baroness is more of the intelligence. So that I think those are a perfect pair up, right?
This one seems more of a okay, we've got the color palette. Who matches it? Soundwave. Perfect. Done. Easy win.
I mean, because most of your Decepticons are air vehicles anyway, right? And you know, Megatron's a pistol and he's a tape. It's just I think overall it works. It's just like if I'm on this team, this is not my thought process of who I'm putting the Thunder Machine's going to like. You know what I mean? I just realized
I'm going to dock Soundwave a point. I'll tell you why. Right? Menacing picture. But the reason why I'm going to dock him a point And I think I gave him like a 9 or something, or 9.5, whatever.
The
The reason why I'm going to dock him a point is the same reason for Bumblebee. He's got seat feet.
And they're red.
He's got red seat feet. So I mean, how does that not tear up the leather? How does that not walking around in that just not shred that?
Is it the seat? No, is it the seat or is it those side panels in the back?
It's definitely the seats.
Because it looks like the back portion of the Thunder Machine because the nose is on his arms. See,
Yeah.
he's got the front end on either arm.
Dude, I feel you.
So I'm
But
thinking the seats are on his back. The seats are on his back.
I disagree with you. I love you. I love you, buddy. I love you. But I'm telling you, they're definitely feet seats. Unless anyone can deny or confirm in the chat. But I think Bumblebee's the same issue, right? He has the seat feet too.
Yeah, he does.
Bumblebee's supposed to be one of the smallest G.I. Joe Autobots. A Ram would have been made more sense. Yeah. I don't disagree with that either.
The Awe Striker is one of the smallest vehicles. It's a small vehicle.
True. And again, like we mentioned before, he was a VW Beetle. Now he's a Dune Buggy, so he's still keeping in that whole bug.
I mean, if I was gonna do the Transformers series, if I was behind it, if it was me and you, Zaz, I'd be like Bumblebee, because he is a small. I'd have made him an armadillo, right?
Right.
This would have been Hound, right?
Nah, Vamp for Hound.
No, I would have took. It's more like a Jeep. The Vamp is more of an SUV because I think it's based off a Lamborghini.
Okay.
Lamborghini. I would made this Hound because this is more like an army Jeep. Looks more like an army Jeep. And then I would have made Ironhide the Vamp. That's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. I can see that.
That would have been my list of making these guys.
I would say instead of
go ahead.
No, go on.
I'm not disappointed with Bumblebee being an Awe Striker because he's quick and nimble, and that's fine.
Yeah, agreed. And instead of taking Zartan off, just add Xandar in and have the trifecta.
I think maybe I would have. I mean, Zorana is like, for me, like I would get this set because 1, I like the Thunder Machine. 2, it looks cool as Soundwave, even with the seat feet. But maybe I'd have switched out Zartan with Zorana, that with the Xandar, and that would have made Zartan another for another set, maybe Starscream. If you Starscream with Zartan.
So Rachel's saying that they see the Dreadnoks as infiltrators and the Baroness as more of an analyst. I think Zorana would definitely do more than like the Baroness would draw a line somewhere and go, I'm not doing that. Whereas Zorana would be like, I'm willing to go over the edge here.
That's very true, Rachel. Do you want to become the 3rd member of our group?
Yeah. Come on board. You're in. Next week, hit us up on Instagram. Gazz's Instagram is in the description. Send Gazz a message and let him know if you want to join us. Michael Mercy had seat feet once, but the doctor gave him exercises for that. When they say put your feet up, but that's ridiculous. Imagine how dirty those seats get. That's what bugged me about the alternators or / Vinyl Tech Grimlock, is that Grimlock had feet seats, or seat feet, and it was just I can't do it. I can't imagine.
Grimlock had seat feet. What was he?
He turned into a, what did he turn into? Some car, whatever it was. But yeah, Grimlock.
That wasn't Grimlock. It was like a brother.
Lock Grim.
Yeah, Lock Grim.
Lock Grim. Yeah.
His brother, his not so famous brother.
Lamborghini Cheetah. What's that?
Thank you. Yeah, that's it was a Lamborghini SUV back in like the early '80s, I think, late '70s, early '80s. Yeah, just look it up.
Adding the adventure team in, that would have been so cool. Yes, agreed.
Cheetah.
Mike was saying on the cartoon, Bumblebee isn't much taller than Spike. Would have been more true to scale on the bikes. Yep, half the size of an Awe Striker in robot mode. Yep.
So there you go.
Grim.
There it is.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's what they based it off of, yeah.
So it wasn't Grimlock, it was Grim Rebus. And
Rebus.
the Joe that came with Grim Rebus was Ron.
Ron Rebus, yeah.
That's the
Rock
van.
130.
There we are. Long live RonCon. We're picking you up on the way, Michael. We're picking you up on the way to RonCon.
Yeah.
There we are. Lamborghini Cheetah was the inspiration for the van. There we are. Knowing is half the battle, as Space Commander would say.
Because knowing is half the battle.
Space Commander.
You know what today's episode has done for us? It has taught us some stuff. I said taught us. It has taught us some stuff, right? Turtle. And also, it has reminded us of stuff that we knew but just couldn't draw from our brains once it gone live. And that's typical of Shoot the Shit, and that we often forget very simple things that off the live we would know. But it's like, hit live, forget.
And there's a pickup truck in G.I. Joe.
Okay. You won that round. I'll give you that. I was thinking of the other one though, that you mentioned.
The Badger. The Badger.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Badger.
First, yeah.
Which is a pretty cool toy. Anyway. Look, Joe, my son found a box turtle in my parents' yard yesterday. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We got long neck turtles over here in the ponds, in the swamps.
We had a lot of turtles around here. We have a lot of turtles. We have a lot of lakes in the area, so there's a lot of turtles. So we have a lot of turtle crossing signs everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So we see one coming, we just stop. Everybody does it. Everybody stops and picks it up and brings it across the street.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You had an answer to this question. The devilfish would be
Sea spray.
Yeah, sea spray. I thought you were going to forget.
I almost did.
We need to change this to Gazz and Xaz forget the shit.
We'll just have the audience shoot us questions, see if we can remember. I know that one. I know it.
What is it?
Without going to the STS Tech Center.
Yeah. We're like goldfish. As soon as we know stuff, we lose stuff. Like I've forgotten the name of the guy that I said looked like Hannibal / the wrestler.
I was like Driver. Oh my God, I forgot him too. We just spent like a half an hour looking for him.
Dang it!
I think the guy that looks like Hannibal most in G.I. Joe figures is Mace. Yeah, Mace. You know the character Mace, black jacket, tan khaki pants. I think he looks like Hannibal. Hold on a second.
Look it up. Broadside is USS flag. Yeah, agreed. It's interesting that Broadside would also turn into a jet. Isn't that weird? What a weird concept for a triple changer. How could they even do a triple changer for G.I. Joe? That'd be pretty tricky because you're gonna have two iconic vehicles. Oh yeah. That guy.
Yeah, it's Hannibal.
Looks a bit like Duke.
Well, I think it looks like Hannibal, so I gave him the A-Team gun.
Yeah, looks great. Mace is a good call, especially if you're walking alone at night.
He should have been on my team. All right, I'm adding a seventh guy to my team, and that's Mace.
Well, we'll just for the next episode, we'll come up with a four-person A-Team type squad. Yeah, we're knocking people off the list.
I did a posting on Joburg years ago when I got the actual A-Team figures, the Gloob A-Team figures.
Yeah.
And I like it as a joke. As a joke scenario, I had this little setup with some Joe vehicles in the background. I think I had Duke Flint, I think Footloose. I want to say Bazooka. No, Stalker. And something like Hawk. Hawk's got a team. Got a special mission for us. We're the A-Team. You know, we're the A-Team being the Alpha team, the Alpha Dogs.
Yeah.
And then it goes something like, "Oh, it's not for you guys, it's for them." And then just have the A-Team walking in.
I recall. That's a nice little skit. Film it.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. I used to do a bunch of them. I had one when I got the Playmobil DeLorean, Back to the Future. So I had Doc and Footloose.
Oh yeah, nice.
He was going, Doc. He goes, "Are you telling me that you turned a DeLorean into a time machine?"
Where are these? Are these on Joe Berg's channel?
They're on Joe Berg's channel. Yeah, there's like a bunch of them. I used to post figure reviews, like just pictures of figure reviews, and that's when I had the Space Lego guy, Benny.
Oh yeah,
as my guy. So I'd be like, they do one for the Viper, or was it the Baron? Oh, was it Baroness? I think it was Baroness. And I had like Baron. I was doing, oh, she looks great. All this to classify Baroness and stuff. And then I had shot back, and I showed like the little Lego guy standing in front of her and Destro, and what she says, "Hey, who the hell is that?"
That's precious.
Yeah.
Lilith is asking what Transformer Ace Hunter would use. It can't be Megaforce.
Oh, well, obviously, maybe a Ram or a Mirage, but maybe he's getting a Mega Destroyer. So
yeah.
So maybe an alternate version of an Awe Striker, closed in a little bit. Yeah. Maybe.
What about what's the bike with the sidecar? The Silver Mirage.
Yeah, the Silver Mirage. Yeah, it was either Mirage or the Ram.
Turn that into Mirage. That makes sense.
There you go. Ace Hunter would like that. He would love that, right? Ace? That's right. Thumbs up.
A Joe fan got Mace for his birthday. Helmet missile. That's a way to break your neck.
Yeah, I don't have the helmet. I don't have the helmet. I just have the step. What you saw there, I found him like this, and that was it. I was like, yeah.
He does look cool. Joyride. It's a great song by Roxette.
It is a great song by Roxette.
Yeah, love Roxette.
Do you know a guy named Leo? He's on YouTube. He has a channel. I think it's Frog Leap Studios, and he does metal covers of a lot of great tunes. And he does Roxette. He does Roxette's what's the one from the movie, the Julia Roberts movie? Must Have Been Love or something like that. He does a cover of that. Great.
Must Have Been Love.
Yeah, it's all metal. It's great.
I'll check it out. Hang on. Any excuse? Any excuse.
Check it out one time, won't you?
Yes.
This has been maybe one of our less. I started off this show feeling pretty good about myself. But by the end of it, I'm starting to feel a little bit. No,
that's just the wrong attitude. We've learned some things. We may have forgotten some things, but we learned some.
But I forgot instantly what that bloody guy's name was. Dang it! I will never learn. I refuse to put any new memories in.
I bet you the chat doesn't know who we were talking about either.
I think his name was Feet Seat.
Feet Seat? Oh, Hot Seat.
Hey, it was Hot Seat. It was Hot Seat.
We didn't forget. It's all word games. It's all word.
Yeah, we knew all of this. See, we play dumb, just so we can get interaction from the chat. Yeah, we knew this all along, guys. There it is. Thanks, Joe fan. Hot Seat. Yeah. That was unintentional. How long is this stream tonight? I don't know, man. It just keeps going on and on.
Hey, we're having fun. Michael Mercer said Joyride. He's a Baja Buggy. I like that idea. Put a Baja Buggy in G.I. Joe.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? That could be Bumblebee.
Yeah, I say why not? And there's no bad ideas.
No, there's no bad ideas.
Except making Grimlock a car and giving him feet seats.
That's terrible.
Feet.
Either way. Slock Grim, his brother that hangs around with Ron Remus.
Yeah. It was Grim Rebus.
Grim Rebus.
What's important is the friends we made along the way. True. And we did see some new names popping in today. So that's nice. It's always good when new people pop in and old friends as well.
That's right.
As the theme song goes. And here we go. Socrates says, true knowledge is knowing you know nothing. Most of the time, I can't remember why I even walked into the kitchen. True. Usually it's snacks.
Snacks.
Deadpool and Wolverine, I think I'll see tomorrow. I will say I don't have a cinema near me.
I saw it yesterday.
Oh, what do you think? No spoilers. Ooh, what do you give it out of 10?
A 10 out of 10.
What do you give it out of 5?
10 out of 10.
Nice. Yeah, it's hard to navigate spoilers these days.
I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna say anything about the movie, but I mean, the fourth wall break is hilarious. And the way it's played in that movie is even funnier. It's a great movie.
Nice. GrimCon. Same weekend as RonCon. I think GrimCon is a sideshow after the show. You know how Joe Fest, after Joe Fest, it was like a meet and greet where people would just, wasn't even a meet and greet. I don't know why I said that to him. It was like an after show where people would be doing their own stuff after hours. And GrimCon is the after hours where you just drink a lot and feel a bit nasty in the morning. But we had a great time afterwards in the pub. Wasn't a pub, was it? It was the hotel bar. That one of my favorite parts of Joe Fest was hanging out with you at the bar. Adam didn't drink, so he wasn't able to be a drinking buddy. However, Adam still hung out, which I thought was great. So because the more you drink, the sillier you get, and to be the one sober person amongst a bunch of sillies, that can't be fun. But he hung out and had fun with us.
That's a great time.
Yeah. Oh, I miss it. We're going back. After we're going to RonCon first. We're gonna pick up Michael. We're gonna grab Adam, and we're going to RonCon. Who else is coming with? Hans will definitely he'll hang out.
You pick up Ryan, Hans, Joe.
Yeah. All the legends.
Get them all. Everybody's welcome to RonCon. Everybody.
Rachel saw it. Weird ass Marvel movie. That's the way I like it. It's just good. I can't say anything more positive. I had a great time watching it. I had fun. I laughed a lot. The action is great. They throw in those Easter eggs left and right. So be wary. Just be very, very aware of what's going on. It's good. I do love a good Easter egg. Joe fan, I'm with you there, buddy. I live in the Australian outback. Nothing. There's money for nothing. And I'm afraid to drink too much. I'm crazy enough sober. I can't imagine what I'd be like drunk. So for me, and I think you'll agree with this, Gaz, is I'm much the same when I'm having a drink. I just probably laugh a lot more, which is difficult to imagine because you already make me laugh. But I'm a chuckler.
That night I was great. I was hanging out with all my buds. We had a couple of beers, and I got a clutch from Miss Remus, which is
nice.
Great. And then the next thing I know, we'd moved from one table to another, and all of a sudden Sarge was standing there.
Yeah.
I'm having a beer with Sarge, just chilling at the bar. What's going on here? This is crazy.
That was great. The funniest thing of that night was so Sarge was wasted, right? The next day he did not look like he had a drink at all. Like I don't operate like that. If I get messed up the night before, I'm dead to the world the next day, right? But he looked great. But that night, right, his manager was trying to usher him out the door. So he's like, I'll finish this drink and then we'll go, right? So he has his drink, And he's like, all right, see, he says his goodbyes. They usher him out the door, and then 2 minutes later, he comes back with another drink. It's like, where did you come from?
You wanted to hang out, man. That's great. It's awesome.
Man, if I knew he was going to come back for a drink, I would have bought him that drink. Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just like he's just chilling and hanging out with people. He likes to interact with people, and it's cool. I think it's great. You don't see too many people like that. I mean, like, I know there was a lot of like big people there, like Sarge level people there, and I didn't see any of them other than being on the floor. I mean, I ran into Larry Hama, who walked right by me off the plane. I rode in on a bus with them to the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been cool if he was just chilling and hanging there with having a beer, but you know, that's understandable, right? But I don't know.
I mean, if you want to relax, that's not the place to relax. If you're of that level, like Sarge was there to party. He wasn't there to relax. He was there to party. So Joe Fest, I think, is a great because Adam went this year with his son as well, and I think it's a great place to take your kids. But yeah, you can't really go and drink beers and stuff if you get your kids with you. I was famously struggling with some digestive issues, which I think maybe I caught from the Savage Race or a Slim Jim. But I was, you know, I think by that time I was like finally just starting to get over it. I was like, I'm going to drink some beers. But I actually missed out on, like, I think the first or second night, like, I couldn't drink too much because I just wasn't feeling it. I feel bad because Joe Recondo said, "Oh, come over to the pool and drink a beer." And I was like, "Oh man, I would love to, but I just physically can't do it." Which was I was disappointed in myself. Disappointed in myself that like I didn't let people like truly know how much pain I was in. I was in an incredible amount of pain, but then I was able to party finally on that night. Still wasn't feeling great, but it definitely two different worlds though. You don't want to be partying and drinking if you got your boy there. So you made the best choice by not getting too wasted. Is it true Ron Rebus has a daughter named Kerry? Kerry Rebus, yeah.
We'll find out at RonCon.
I definitely didn't build up a tolerance, and yeah, I did tell that story. So it was either the Slim Jim, or because the Savage Race, a lot of the murky water that we were jumping into was like stagnant and slimy and stuff. So maybe I got a bug from there too. I don't know.
Did it start around that time? Oh, maybe that's what it was.
It was the same day that I had the Slim Jim, which is why I blame the Slim Jim. But that was maybe the day after the Savage Race was the Slim Jim. And
that must have been the Slim Jim because he froze.
Yeah, see? The world doesn't want to hear any more about it. Anyway, it was probably
that's probably the most I've drunk since for a long time. I'm not a big drinker. I only drink on occasions. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna.
My day-to-day isn't drinking usually either. But when I go out, I like to have a good time. So
like there's two times a year when I'll drink, and I don't drink that much. I mean, like 1 or 2 beers, and we have these 2 festivals, one in June and one in September that we go to. The family goes to, and that's like when I'll have a beer or whatever, because you know that's what it's mainly about. One's called Oktoberfest, so it's like
heard of that one.
Yeah. So when I was there with you guys, I was like, screw it. There's no reason why I can't have 1 or 2. It's not like I'm driving anywhere, right? So that's what I did.
Yeah, it was good fun.
I gotta say, like, Joe Recondo, freaking cooler full of beer at the
total alpha move, and it was like a bottomless pit too. Like it was a regular esky, but it just seemed like he kept pulling out more and more stuff. He maximized the use of it.
It's like a hidden door underneath the cooler that went to his room.
Me again.
You froze again.
Yeah, I think it's time to call it. We're almost at the 3-hour mark. We'll make it 3 hours, and then we'll call it quits. But thanks everyone for dropping into the chat and helping us remember stuff that we thought we knew. I appreciate that. If you do want to jump on and be a guest on Shoot the Shit, hit up Gaz on Instagram. His link is in the description, and let us know. We appreciate it. It's this internet issues. Yeah, it's not as bad as the first episode of Shoot the Shit where the power went out and you were left to your own devices. But you did well.
I did not do well.
We'll keep an eye out for Bazooka. Let's go back to Joe Fest next year, Gaz, and get wasted. No Slim Jims.
No Slim Jims and no limit on the beer, and we won't even wake up for the next day. We'll show up on the floor at like 4 p.m.
Hit me up on Facebook, Joe Fan 84. Have you got Facebook? Hit me up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hit us up on Facebook. Michael, you've got an open seat for whenever. No pressure. I know you won't, but there's an open seat there for you.
Always welcome.
Cupcakes, you say? Cupcakes, you say? I'll have a cupcake. So hit us up on either Instagram or Facebook. I guess email. There must be a way to email me through the YouTube. I don't know how to do it. But check it out. Hang out with us and shoot the shit. We've had great guests on before, including Cutthroat Comics. So we hope to hang out with anyone sometime soon. Get a laptop soon. That's all right. I've used my phone for streaming, especially when the power goes out. And the only thing left is my mobile device. Did I freeze again?
A little bit. I need to get one of those fancy little microphones like you have so I can stick somebody in the front. So I stop going like this.
So I can't believe it, but for way too long, for maybe since we started doing Shoot the Shit. Oh, have I frozen again?
A little bit.
Did I freeze again?
Not fully frozen, just a tad.
Okay. Bit. So I was talking into the back of the microphone for too long, for way too long. So if you go back and watch a couple of other episodes, you can't hear me too well because I'm talking to the back. Oh God, I'm such a numbskull. All right, and with that, let's hit the thingy. Let's hit the outro. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yo, Joe, and roll out.
Hey man, no strangers here. These times I hold them dear. Doors open, so come on in. Yeah, that was great. Let's do it again. Do you wanna come over? Just like the old times, we'll hit pause and then hit rewind. You wanna come over? Just like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly. Do you wanna come over? Just like the old times, we'll hit pause and then hit rewind. You wanna come over? Just like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly.
Because knowing is half the battle.
Space Commando.